Bovka, he doesn't even care about the knight because he's got. Oh, he pre-moves. Pre-move fail. Pre-move fail. Oh, did you see that pre-move fail? Right? Naroditsky had pre-moved. Bishop takes a4 is what he was expecting, and he gives up the rook and the pawn on c2. What's funny is he's still going to come back and win this. That's what's awesome. And the show will begin momentarily. So many streamers, hardly enough time. A bullet Royal Arena Kings for you to pass the time. Rhyme time. I am following every one of these top names right now. It's hard to keep track of everybody that is so awesome playing in this event, to be honest with you. So many of the most popular streamers on Twitch streaming their games for all of you. Let's remind you what the format is today, although if you've been watching the starting soon and kind of the music that plays, which, by the way, I think it's just bumping, then you know a little bit about it. You've seen that the format is as such, and today is a bigger event. More Grand Prix points, more prize money, and next week is the Streamers Championship. So if we take a look at the dates, reminds you that next week on August 6th, we have Bullet and Blitz going down, followed by day 2 on Wednesday, which is going to be the actual championship knockout. To remind you that the prizes at stake in the format for today, the Royal Arena Kings, are more, and the rules are such that the top 8 streamers will move into a knockout, which I will have the privilege of calling. If the score is tied after 5 games, we get Armageddon Chess. Loves that. Matches are best of 5, and just like that, the action is underway. I'm actually in the tournament to start, which is funny because I entered it. So I'm going to play Blitzstream here unexpectedly. Actually, I was not planning on playing today's Bullet Arena King. Swear to you, this is an accident. But it is a fun thing to do, to play Bullet here against the one and only Blitzstream, who's also streaming currently in French. For those of you who care, he's streaming in French, for those of you that care, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Just doing some awesome stuff. Playing bullet chess here. Sometimes you got to make practical decisions in bullet, just like he just made a practical one to kind of go all in on this attacking idea on the king side, which I don't really think is that spectacular. So, ooh, that's a pawn. Me likey, I'll take that guy. Then I'll prepare to bring my queen out and continue the attack. Don't mind if I do, actually. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Okay, back that thing up. Bring the rook in. I'm probably going to lose anyway. Blitzstream always seems to beat me in time scrambles. That's kind of his thing. Is he going to mate me here? Am I getting mated? I can't even keep track anymore of how many times I've been mated by this guy. So. Oops. I just get mated. Just mated myself. Okay. Good way to start the show today, to remind you that I'm not going to be playing in the tournament. So I'm actually going to close this out and focus on the top players, because they are people like Grandmaster Krikor. We've got him taking on the Hammer. The really big games right here, Naroditsky and Meyer, already throwing down here to start. And should be a lot of fun. Shout out to everybody who's with us, whether you're joining at Chess.com TV or twitch.tv/chess. Nearly 5,000 of you already. Again, if you don't know, this is the biggest event happening every week in the chess world. The Arena Kings is where so many people are streaming. Just search chess right now in the directory on Twitch and find every possible channel you could ever dream of. Okay, so opposite colored bishop ending, where Meyer's actually pushing over Naroditsky. Way too many pawns here, so unless he fails for a pre-move, which Meyer is not going to do, this is already resigned time. You get the pawn to g7, a lady on g8, and everybody's happy. So, plus you get to a point now where it's just pre-moves. Though I will say one of the most exciting aspects of the Arena Kings is that there is no increment here. In fact, he's already kind of wasting time. He should have just probably got a second queen, but it was enough to take care of Mr. Naroditsky. Next to the next time scramble, what's going on? Krikor is white. He's going to win because he gets a queen with check. If he can get the queen back with... No, he can't. It should be a draw. He's probably just going to take, though. It should be a draw with best play. This is a draw. Both sides moving back and forth, but the big issue is that Hammer can't anticipate the pre-move, so it becomes super hard. No, he actually flagged him? Oh my gosh! What just happened there? I have never seen... This is not supposed to be a game that is easy for the person with the pawn to flag. And the reason is that the person with the queen can play like awkward moves and weird checks, and it should have been a lot harder there for Hammer to pre-move than it was. So that's kind of a bullet mistake by Krikor, not to just put the queen on an awkward square and make it so you can't pre-move the king, right? Really, really shocked actually to see Hammer win that game, even though, of course, best play again was that not really that surprising of a result. Speaking of people that win a lot of games in the Arena Kings, Grandmaster Alexander Lenderman. And then, of course, we've got JJ, the one and only Last Seven Samurai, also streaming right now. He's one of the regulars. I expect both these guys to be in the hunt down the stretch. At the end of today's event, remember, we have a knockout. So the top players will move into that format and battle for all the prize money. Lenderman simply forks the king. Let's get those fork emotes out, right? Love it. Lenderman simply forks the king, and because of that, he resigns. Now we've got Lenderman taking on one of our favorites, actually. I am Jack Rogers. Is not an international master, but he is Jack Rogers, so I'm Jack Rogers, right? We get it. It's a chess play on words. Those of you who don't get chess puns, that's just for us nerds out there, right? Chess puns. You're like, there is such a thing? So anyway, but he is streaming right now, actually. So you could certainly check out Mr. Rogers' stream if you're into that sort of thing. So checking in with the chat here. Thanks to everybody that's with us. So many of you, so many of the regulars. Really appreciate it for being here. 174 people currently involved. Let's see what Meyer's doing. Meyer's trying to move to 5 points. Remember that in the arena format, you're rewarded points based on the amount of games you win in a row. So you see that little number next to Georg Meyer's name. He got 2 points for the first victory. If he wins this game, he's going to go up to 5. And so one of the things you really are trying to do is be consistent, because your winning streak affords you more bonus points, and that sort of builds up over time, over the next 2 hours, as you try to qualify your way into the finals. So I'm expecting Meyer will, especially after that, I'm expecting Meyer to get this game. He'll be moving to 5 points. Pretty nice little technique there. Let's try to follow a game from nearly start to finish. Let's go and check out the count. Grandmaster Christian Kurilla, who also has a Twitch channel. Let's see how the count does here. He's sitting at 0 points, which means he must have fallen in the first round. But here, he already taken advantage. I thought we'd get a lot of time, but the reason, everybody, is that if the rook had taken on e5, white would have played f4 and then f5 and trapped the bishop there on g6. But the games go fast here. Now we have Naroditsky and Meyer back at the game that we first covered, so let's focus here and see if we can learn something. Naroditsky talked to me a little bit. He and I were hanging out in person in the middle of July, and he was telling me that he spent so much time playing online blitz and bullet, being much more principled, much more like Wesley So, who we saw dominate Wei Yi in a match yesterday for the Speed Chess Championship. But for Naroditsky, playing principled openings that he was preparing for over-the-board tournaments just wasn't working for him, because he was consistently trying to remember his prep, remember the theory, and he said at a certain point he just let go. You know, he just sort of relaxed, and he just started playing basically Hikaru Nakamura. We'll call it dubious opening chess, double fianchettos. And he said that he's not claiming those openings were better, but for him, he stopped trying to remember theory at that high of a level in fast games and just sort of trusted his intuition. And he moved up to where he is now, roughly 2,950 to 3,000. I mean, Naroditsky is one of the top players on our site. And he said that for him, it just worked for him to just be more confident, trust his intuition, play faster, and not worry so much about whether he was playing theoretical openings. So interesting insight I found from Naroditsky hanging out with him in person that I wanted to share with all of you here. So that was all. So thank you for that. Thank you for the bits. We love that. Nearly 6,500 of you with us now, watching whether or not Naroditsky's system of trusting his intuition will work out here against Meyer. He should just take and then grab the d file. Yep, he does so. He's going to bring the king up quickly, okay, or to e3. But white's much better in this endgame. Even after a4, you can play either rook d3 or b4. Naroditsky chooses rook d3. And the reason he's better is because even though it doesn't seem like much now, the rook cutting off this file and holding this king where he is, that's an important structural thing about this position, because white can kind of play tickle on both sides of the board here, look for ways in that under time pressure become very hard to hold. You see that Meyer is down on time, and I'm expecting Naroditsky to win this game purely because of the lack of increment, and because at some point he's going to try for f4 or g4 here, I think, and try to mix it up. Maybe he'll even play, oh, now f4 comes with check. Okay, he doesn't go for it, but that allows f4 check. Interesting. Okay, so he's really put himself in a tough spot. So Naroditsky did not play that well, but I'm still going to predict a win because he's done just enough to get Meyer to play for a win. And look at that time. Remember, this is a game, people. If chess were just a science, I wouldn't have a job. Okay? Chess is a game, and the game is meant to be played. Thank you, Herm Edwards. And, you know, they play on Sunday, in this case Monday. So we're expecting Meyer to get the win precisely because of the timing. Okay, maybe he'll get a draw now because he's actually gotten close enough to force black to sack, unless he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't! Naroditsky's going for the flag. I love it. The riskiest play in chess. Don't take the queen. And now he's going to force it, but now he might get mated. Meyer takes everything on c4 and goes for the draw. Okay, that's nice though. You gotta give the golf clap, and at the same time, a wag of the finger to Naroditsky, because shame on him for trying to flag him. I'm pretty sure Danya's streaming. So for those of you that have just joined us, let me remind you that this is the Royal Arena Kings. Right there we can see me at the chess channel. But what if we open up John Bartholomew's stream? We can see he's streaming. We've got Hammer streaming. We've got regular household names, not title players, but people like, as I said, we've got Hammer here. We've got Chess Coach Net streaming. Everybody's got a pretty decent amount of viewers, actually, too, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, so if you're considering adding chess to something you regularly watch on Twitch, we consider you to do so. Search for Chess right now and follow our streamers. All of them are playing on Chess.com right now. So, okay, we go back to the Royal Arena Kings, and thank you all for being with us.
Time seems to be a common denominator in today's games. It could be crucial.
Sound is on. Turning sound off. Commencing turn sound off mode. LOL. Hammer wins again. Sweet. Okay, so let's see how he does it again. Now you get in that realm where you see somebody starting to separate themselves. That little number 1 means that Hammer is the leader of the tournament currently. So he's got 17 points, which means he hasn't lost yet. He's currently riding a hot streak of 5, right? So if we check out the standings, we can see exactly that. Hammer is sitting right there at the top, and along with Grandmaster Alex Lenderman and a few others. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, of course, as the event goes on. Standings don't really matter that much at this point until the last half hour of the show. The main thing that matters right now is us having a good time and maybe even learning something from these chess games. Okay, the big question is, what is Black going to do with the king, right? Obviously, he's playing Jan Ludwig Hammer, so that's, like, frustrating to play someone that good. We know that. But right now, he is up a pawn. If I'm doing the math right, Black has an extra pawn on d6. But Hammer playing very quickly here, which I think is super smart, and suddenly you start to look at this bishop on e5 that's run out of squares. Can I get an f4, Alex? Alex, I'll take f4 for 200. Hey, Vanna, can we get a C? I'll buy a C. Okay, now he's going to try to stop the trap. But Hammer might go for it anyway, because a piece is a piece. King g2 preparing to keep an eye on the h3 square, but now rook e4 is coming in, I think. Hammer plays rook e2 to double. I probably would have played rook e4 with the same idea. But the one thing I don't like about what Hammer's doing now is I think he's overthinking the approach, given that he had such a huge time advantage. He quickly opens up the c file. Got to respect that. He can flip to this side of the board, maybe bishop e3 first, yep. Attack a7 first, now maybe queen a5, yep, he plays it. I highlighted it first, Hammer. If b6, queen a6, oh no, queen d5, what's he going to do? Rook d3, rook a3? Maybe. Maybe. No, he wants to simplify. But this is risky. I mean, to be frank, just the main advantage Hammer has right now is the time, because this hasn't been the cleanest victory. Black can take and punch g3 noon yet. Yeah, black just a prank might be more than a prank, right? Not living up to his name right now. Just a prank is bringing the noise. Not necessarily the funk, though. Maybe just the noise, because now he's going to go to Sacktown. White's going to run the king, and I expect Hammer to win this game. I don't think Black can deliver mate in the next few seconds, so this one will be Red Rover momentarily. Probably rook e3 first. No, king d3. What are you going to do? Play rook d2? Rook d1 was winning for Black there. Rook d1 would have been a what they call a skewer on the king and queen, but without enough time, I still would have expected Hammer to take this one. I'm going to pause for a moment and just check in on the chat, make sure things are sounding and looking good. Shout out to everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for bringing me into your homes, turning up the volume really loud, and then your mom's like, "What are you watching?" You're like, "Mom, Meatloaf, don't bother me when I'm on Twitch." And she's like, "You're just playing video games." And you're like, "No, I'm watching video games, Mom. Mom, I'm watching video games." And she's like, "That's worse." And you're like, "Leave me alone." Dad, I don't want your life. Anyway, the thank you. Checking in with my team. We're watching Hammer. We're staying with number one right now. Watch Hammer. All right. All right. What is Hammer up to? Right now he's under the attack against Casper, who's also a streamer, right? We love how many streamers we have. I can't even tell you how many streamers we have because there's too many of them, but there's a lot of people playing in this event on Chess.com. And again, you can search for Twitch in the Chess directory, and you'll find them. So there you go. Okay, Hammer wins. He's on a mission today, huh? Hammer and I had a good pep talk before the show. Gave him a little confidence. I'm actually not kidding. And you know he just won the ExtraCon. For those of you who don't follow over-the-board chess tournaments, then you don't know that Hammer's playing some high-quality chess right now. A man who used to be rated over 2,700 FIDE. And so that's impressive stuff. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Finns taking a win. So Finns is also still in the hunt. The count is about to be down for the count. Ouch. No, he won with 0.3. What? Look at that, guys. That's sweet. That's how you do it. 0.3 delivers the goods on H1. Gotta dig it. Gotta dig it the most, okay? So we've seen that game. Lenderman just took down Lenderman is right there. Do you see that number one next to Hammer's name? If we check over to the standings, it is currently, as I said, with Hammer number one. But look at the two of those guys coming out of the gates, two of our most popular streamers. They were headlining our media to start the show today for a reason. You've got Hammer right there with Lenderman sitting right above him. And pretty awesome stuff there. Awesome stuff. Cool. The count wins quickly by resignation. Now, it's interesting to see, we've got Hammer and Finns, number 1 versus number 19, two of our most popular chess personalities. And Finns is on the attack, actually. The problem is he doesn't have as much time, and I'm not sure the attack amounts to enough. There's threats of rook to c8, though. No, it's nothing. It's just a trade. And Finns is going to stop Hammer's streak, bringing Lenderman into the lead. Look at this. This is a huge win. International Master Bartholomew going to take down Hammer here. I'm assuming he'll find a mate in the next 7 seconds. Should be pretty straightforward. He stalemated him! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, the pain is real! The pain is real! Oh my god! Any other freaking move there, you guys. Holy shenanigans. Any other freaking move, even f5, like put the bishop in zugzwang and he makes a move and it's checkmate. Oh my god, I am red in the face and tingly all over the place, if you know what I'm saying, but let's keep this thing PG. Holy shenanigans, that was hilarious. Finns, we love you, brother. But whoa, you gotta love Hammer. That could save his tournament. That could save his freaking tournament. That is ridiculous. Wow, amazing stuff. Hammer still drops to number 2, though, which is kind of funny. We're going to stick with Hammer right here and check. Actually, we'll switch to Lenderman. We've been covering Hammer here for a while. Looks like Lenderman is just on the hunt. On the hunt, doing his thing. Just moving up in the world, I think. It's hard to move up when you're number 1, right? Everybody wants to be number 1. Nobody want to do the work. But yeah, amazing stuff to me. Amazing. Okay, stick with Lenderman, who wins again. Has not lost to start the event. Has not lost to start the event. He plays quick openings too. Lenderman has a very mistake-free style of chess, right? And so we talk about some of the key features to this event, being that you win consistently, right? So the more games you win in a row, the more bonus points he's getting, which is only going to further his lead if he can keep it that way. And, you know, as long as you're fast in this kind of event and you play a very... It's the same thing with Georg Meyer, who's, I think, leading the season overall. I actually don't quote me on that because I haven't seen the standings today, and we'll make sure we're following that for those of you who may be tuning into your first Arena Kings experience. We'll be right back with this event on Wednesday, but it's Blitz. So every week we have Bullet on Monday, Blitz on Wednesday, with $15,000 in prizes for all of these streamers up for grabs in Season 1. So the standings are getting these guys qualified for the Streamers Championship, which is also coming up soon. And here you see Lenderman again up on time in a pretty simple rook ending. Though this isn't anything special. This is not one that, okay, over the board, this is not something you would actually say black is anything but maybe even a little worse, to be honest. White's rook is kind of stuck, though, because then Lenderman will win. The question is, how's he going to play enough tickle? How's he going to play enough tickle to create some wiggle room? In fact, now he's losing the h6 pawn. So Lenderman may be pushing this one a little farther than he should have. Or will he pull a Naroditsky and get his opponent to push just hard enough to lose on time? Right now, Lenderman is about to lose. So we just saw Hammer squeeze a stalemate out of Finns, which was bananas. But Lenderman may actually be falling here. I mean, here he's no longer up on time. White has, okay, very simple plan he should have played. Put the rook here, put the king here, and just push, baby. Push him, baby. No, bad move, moving the rook. Once the rook, okay, this is also bad. The reason is that once that rook was guarding the pawn, there was nothing to worry about. All White needed to do was push the b-pawn. Time pressure, okay, it's hard to come up with that, but those little, one of the most effective thing, or one of the things that will make you the most effective blitz or bullet player is recognizing setups where your opponents can't trick you, right? Where you can pre-move forward, where it's, okay, there's always maybe a chance for a horrible move by them, but for the most part, you can just put your head down and push them, baby, right? And those are the kind of things that get you advantages on the clock and on the board. So now Lenderman is down on time, But watch this. Now he can pre-move checks here. Watch the time as Lenderman can pre-move and his opponent can't. Now this guy can pre-move. We're talking lots of pre-move strategy here. He's down on time. He can put the king here, and then he needs to pre-move the rook. Pre-move the rook, pre-move the rook, pre-move the rook, and that's what he's going to do, and probably went on time because of it. See? And so probably the best thing White should have done there was not move the king, but actually move the rook over here to threaten checks, and that would have prevented Lenderman from pre-moving, right? You can't allow somebody in a position where they're just like driving the car forward and there's nothing to dodge, right? You got to put something in there. It's guerrilla warfare when it comes to flagging people in bullet chess, and that's the kind of thing that grandmasters and really experienced players understand. But yeah, you know what? It's hard. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything, Agent JL Chess. Thank you for the subscription. I'm not even sure. I think I have the sub alert on. Has the sub alert been showing? Maybe I just haven't seen it. Maybe I just need to wake up, huh? Have some coffee, Dan. Yeah. I'm not sure. Let me know if the sub alert's on. All right. Lenderman is still in the driver's seat. That was a game that I expected him to not win, but we're going to let him continue to do his thing because the GM on GM action is actually happening over here with Naroditsky. With Naroditsky having a battle with Hammer. Yeah, Hammer stalemate feels bad if you're Finns, right? If you guys just got here, you missed one of the most hilarious moments we've had all week. And for some reason, stalemate becoming contagious for everybody, right? Man, I'm not a fan. Okay, but Hammer has slipped to number 5. Naroditsky's still in the hunt. Both of these guys are streaming. Remember that so many of these grandmasters and players all over the place are streaming games, their own point of view, while we cover the entire event as a whole. Okay, right now Hammer's this is just bananas. Resign time, 12 seconds, and just getting mated. So Hammer going to let himself flag here, I think, which makes sense in many ways. Maybe gather yourself together. So okay, Lenderman still in first place, and doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. And all right, yeah. Sorry, I'm checking over here. I'm trying to see if all of our alerts are set up right, but I won't worry about it. Lenderman wins on time again, right? Deja vu. But here we go. Here we go. If there's a man that's going to slow down Lenderman, it's Naroditsky. Buckle up, everybody. This is the game. Number 1 versus number 14, and he sacks on f7 immediately. He's going to take on c4, Rekarovka, and drive the f-pawn. This is frankly, a completely dubious sacrifice for White. This is not quality Naroditsky chess, but we talked a little bit about his approach in Bullet and Blitz. For those of you that have been here from the beginning, which I found very interesting, his insight. That was a blunder though. Knight d7, allowing d4 followed by d5, trapping the light square bishop. Naroditsky sees it. You don't have to ask him twice. But knight b6. Now he's going to. Can he take with check? No, because then he's going to trade queen. So he has no choice here. He'll probably play e5. Yeah, he wants to keep the pieces on the board, but this wasn't the ideal solution for Naroditsky. I even don't like queen f3. I feel like that was a little impulsive. Now he'll probably bring the queen to h3. Okay, you got to get this knight out of e4. So the biggest advantage that Naroditsky has right now, which is, of course, what he intended when he made the piece sacrifice, is very simple, which is that he's up a piece. That he's up on time. He's down a piece, up on time. Now he's going to win back? Wow. Lenderman just gives him that. That didn't seem right. Got to be happy now if you're Naroditsky. Got to be happy now. Yeah, I was going to say, pawn time. Give check on h3, put the queen on g3. Yep, he's doing the same things I wouldn't bullet. I feel like sometimes bullet, as crazy as it sounds for me to say that, it's almost easier to predict stronger player moves in some ways. And there you go. It's just over. Winning a piece on e8, and Lenderman has finally been stopped. I called it. I said if there was one man to slow down the Lenderman train, it was Naroditsky. So the hot streak comes to an end, and that gives other grandmasters who've been around and lurking and playing well chances to stay in it. Hammer, of course, sitting at number 5 right now, but with only 8 seconds, we're down to pre-moves. Push them, baby. Push them, baby. Okay, take. Now you got checks. Checks, checks, and more checks. I love checks because you can often pre-move the next response. H3 and G4 would be checks I would play next. Hammer, striking. Let's check in on the standings and just see that you've got Lenderman at the top. With Hammer getting that victory, he just jumped into 3rd place. Right? The big standings for those who care. Although we'll keep an eye on the board as we talk about the big standings. Lenderman's already playing his next game. Big standings there, right? You can see some of the other GMs we've been following, Naroditsky, the Count, all that stuff. So they're all working their way up toward the top. And you see so many other players also having good tournaments. Remember that the pairing system is designed to pair you against people of equal strength. So every game's exciting and everyone has a chance to win. That is what the arenas are about. On Chess.com. So we'll keep an eye on the standings overall, but right now we're going to focus on Lenderman's next game, who despite losing remains in 1st place. Loves it. Takes on d6. Now he's going to return the favor of an attack here. This could be a fun one to watch. Move the lady, bring the other rook to e1. You even have g4, g5 in some positions to undermine the e5 square, right? So I like that, and then I like pushing g4, g5. Lenderman's not going for that, but my feeling is that would be a nice idea. The more he allows black's counterplay to get going, the more I get nervous, because now you got to play b3. Okay, b4, but c5 is a shot to look out for because the pawn is pinned. Okay, queen f4 threatens knight e5 check. Watch out for that. But even the trade has to be good for Lenderman. Getting the queens off the board, no more worries for this king. Just chop everything. Just straightforward goodness now. Yeah, okay. Lenderman's going to continue to stay in 1st. Get a win here, but he has to restart his winning streak, and that's why it matters to keep winning. So of course we keep an eye on it. Thanks to everyone who is here. 8,000 of you, just chilling. Watching the most exciting chess event that happens every week. Let's talk about the Count. Christian Kurilla, one of our favorite new streamers. One of the things that I love about his stream, and I'm going to bring it up purely because of that, is that the Chess Chilla has a unique setup with his cam. If you can see here, he's got this mouse cam. You can see how quickly his hand moves at times. And I just think that that's kind of cool and unique that he did that. I think he was one of the first people to do the mouse cam, at least in the chess streaming department. I'm not sure if that's a thing that other gamers have done. But the Count wins by checkmate, and look for him to be there in the end, currently sitting at number 7. The one we haven't talked about for a while and has just not been off to a good start is Georg Meyer. Here we see Meyer, who does get that win, but at only 15 points, it's clear that Meyer has just not been able to mount a winning streak yet. So I would be shocked if Meyer, if he's not looking near the top 10 toward the end. But right now, that's a bit of a surprising start. But because the pairing system favors strength of opposition, or let's say equality of opposition, and then standings next, and it's kind of a mixed algorithm. Sometimes if you're playing a bunch of your own peers and it's just not your day, right? GMs losing to GMs, the PG kind. X-rated editions, you can get those other places, right? The GM on GM action. But what I'm talking about, is stretching my back. Okay, here we go. Naroditsky, rocking I am Jack Rogers. Here goes Naroditsky, playing a line he has no business playing. I don't think he's played a mainline weapon in any system yet, but he's going to get crazy attacking stuff. And if you're looking at things from a structural perspective, you can totally justify the H-pawn advance because you've already weakened all of black's light squares. So, yep, after queen e7, he's going to play bishop f4, bring it out. e5 is going to be played. Then he's going to back up the bishop, and the light squares are still weak. So This is like surgical. Ooh, blunder. Bishop takes c5. Red rover. Send Jack Rogers right over. Absolutely. Ruse, wallabies, dingoes, babies. Right? Right. Wallabies running about the outback. I'm Jack Rogers. Thanks for tuning in. Right? That's the Aussie coming through there in the big time clutch. No, not kidding. He didn't come through. He got crushed. Okay, Hammer Finns. This is the rematch of the stalemate, everybody. If you missed it, please go check out I'm sure somebody already clipped it. That's not even like a plug for clips. I don't ask for clips anymore, but I'm sure somebody did. It was hilarious. Hilarious to see the stalemate. Okay, but that was the last time these guys met. But look at this again. Finn seems to have Hammer's number. Look at this. Right? I mean, Finn's is just crushing him here. Where's he doing? I think he just walked away. I don't know. Okay, well, that was weird. Meyer trying to keep the streak going. King b7 makes sense. Flip the rook to the a file. Yep, or doodle scoodle. Take on e2 at some point. Although I like that too. But take on e2, play c5. That's what you want. c5 first? I don't know if that was as good for Meyer. I know I'm not one to criticize German super GMs. But now he's gotten himself in trouble. Okay, Georg Meyer won on time. But, okay, taking e2 was probably slightly more accurate. But he wins anyway. We won't hold it against him. That was a crushing victory by Finns, who, even though I don't know how often Bartholomew has made it to the knockout bracket, but I wouldn't say the Arena Kings has been Bartholomew's, most successful event. But he's playing well today, still right there in the top 20, and he's had some epic stalemates and epic victories. So good for John. Can anyone let me know if our streamer alert thing is working? Hopefully. Streamer alert thing is working. Yeah. It is working. Thank you. Thank you, Bigfoot. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who's here. Knight bishop c5. Finn's under some pressure, but not doing too bad. He's got e5 coming. He's got e5 coming. He won by resignation. That doesn't make any sense. Besides, he just didn't like his time situation. So, okay. Happy for that if you're John. Not happy if you're Georg Meyer, who's still just doesn't seem to have his best chess on going today. Although, one thing to remember that Meyer is playing from Germany, so it gets a little bit past his bedtime during these events. No excuses, just because I like Georg. He's my buddy. I'm not going to lie. But it's not about that. It's about... oh, okay, there's a blunder by Krikor e4. The point is the pawn is pinned. That is a pin. And now he just wins another pawn. So Meyer gets himself back in the game by winning 2 pawns. Full for it. But it's amazing how bad his position was, because he just won 2 pawns for free and he's still down a pawn in the endgame. So not Meyer's best day. He's still down a pawn in the endgame and down on time. Equal now, but something tells me with the right kind of threats... Ooh, he's just going to give h3 and push the a pawn. I like this because Meyer just saying, I don't even care about that, I'm just going to rush forward with the a pawn is the kind of thing you want to do for the clock, not necessarily for the board. But now rook takes f7. Yeah, he takes it. You have bishop e1 coming to get the rook out. Okay, he quickly brings the rook over to make sure the bishop is guarded. That's a smart idea under time pressure, but right now, with no time on the clock, I wonder if they'll just settle on a perpetual or if he'll go for it. I think he's going to settle. No, Krikor doesn't want it. Krikor's in the advantage. He's in the driver's seat as far as the perpetual goes because he gets to play tickle and then play random moves. And I think he's going to get Meyer on time precisely because of that. And, okay, but hold on. Hold on. Now who's on the pre-move hunt? Somebody's pre-moving, but not enough time. Bishop takes, rook b5, rook a3 check, 2.1, 1.1. I can't keep track of who's actually got the pre-moves working. Now it's only black can win, and Meyer falls on the clock. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes. Okay, wow, that was crazy. Okay, well, again, another tough loss for Meyer, who just hasn't been able to find his mojo against some of the other streamers. Both those guys, of course, are streaming live to their own Twitch channels if you want to go follow it. But let's follow Meyer and Lenderman here. Lenderman sitting at the number 2 spot overall, but top amongst all grandmasters and streamers right now. So, so we'll stay with him right here, right now. I don't know if it's necessarily a tilt, Bigfoot. That seems a little unfair, given that it's not like he's losing to lower-rated players or losing badly. It's just, you know, some players are good, right? And so that's what's going on. But, yeah, he will smooth it out. I agree with disclaimer 666. I think that Meyer will be there toward the end. Usually he is. So yupper doodle scoodle. All right, here we've got him. Is he just on the attack against Lenderman? I love this move, h6. Queen g7. Yes, please. Or queen h8 first, even. Yeah, queen h8 first, even better. Queen h8, bishop f3. I like it over there, all right? Flip the king over here. Get the queen over here. Start giving the checks over there, right? Give another check. Go get a pawn over there. That's right, over there. Yeah, this is a harder position for Lenderman to play than Meyer. He's going to play queen a4 check, then queen... Ooh, I think queen a4 was better. Now Lenderman may not give him another chance. No, he does. Queen a4, he'll do it this time. No! I don't like it because he's allowing queen c2 and then queen c4. Queen a4 was much better. It checks and guards everything. Then you can bring the queen to a square like this. So, okay, Meyer just, right now, not the sharpest Meyer I've ever seen. He's not the sharpest Meyer in the drawer, if you know what I'm saying, today. Assuming he keeps a drawer of who he is, you know. So, yeah. Cool. Just checking in with all of you in Twitch and everywhere else. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Meyer is okay. Wait, he's up on time. Wow. So he used the old time on the tickety, which, okay, like in the end, queen endings are super hard to pre-move on because, you know, the queen is just so tricky with awkward checks. And what I mean by that is one funny thing to consider in a position like this is a move like this. That's not a check, but you're anticipating that there would have been a pre-move by the king. And that kills the pre-move, guarantees you several seconds or several point seconds being taken off the clock. So that didn't happen. Ooh, Fins is up to number 6. Let's see if we can keep it going. But I point that out because I think that for some watching this, it's kind of interesting to see what the best players do if you're interested in becoming a better blitz or bullet player. Meyer wasn't in a position where those point seconds really mattered. He had 7 seconds to Lenderman's 1, but that's just a fun little pro tip to remember. Instead of playing the obvious check, play the queen to a diagonal that prevents the obvious pre-move from your opponent. You may catch your opponent sleeping at the wheel if you do so. I have a feeling it's going to be a long week for the old vocal cords, hosting 4+ hours of Speeches Championship last night and then the Arena Kings today. I can already feel a little bit of hey Danny, you know, maybe some lubrication. Okay, I like Fins sitting at number 6 overall. That's awesome. Queen c7 sets up the battery. Look for h2 to become a problem, man. No problem, man. This will be a problem. Watch him take with the f-pawn. Take with the... Oh, Fins. Be more of an attacker, bro. Oh, come on, dude. you can still play f6 and then g5. But I actually think that that was legit the better way to go. Not necessarily Finn's style. Now he's going to do it the safer way, but I think f takes was a nice way to open up a potential exchange, sack, and battery. Okay, despite black having the battery now, though, this isn't the clearest position. He plays c5. It's a nice position. Ooh, that was bad by white. White should do something to keep the pieces at bay more. Now there's just a bunch of pawn weaknesses. So we're starting to like Finn's chances more and more. Bishop g3. Yes, please. Ooh, he pre-moved knight d4, caught him sleeping, which news is not just that, but a whole rook, because if rook takes d4, you don't have to ask Bartholomew twice. He does his tactics trainer. There you go. So, okay, a good win for Finns, who, again, stays near the top, moves up to number 4 after that victory, by the by. We've got Lenderman playing just tactics training. That's all he does, is just tactics training? Is that this guy's thing? Who knew? Thank you to everybody who's here, everyone in both chat rooms, chess.com/TV, twitch.tv/chess. We see you, baby. Lenderman, still at number 1. It's exciting. I like to see the consistency here. Now, probably you don't trade. You do trade, and then d5, knight c6. Ah, just develop. I like the e-file. That's what he's saying. He's saying, I'm willing to give up a pawn because the e-file is a problem. Now, okay, now d5. Very, very nice move. Double pin. Can't take here. Now the knight's going to take, though. No, it takes with the pawn. Okay, well, just tactics trainer is living up to his name right now. This guy's seeing tactics either faster than me or both these guys are blundering, because it feels like that was a bit of a schnunderfest, if you know what I'm saying. Schnunder rhyming with thunder, which rhymes with a blunder. Feel the blunders, right? He was winning, then he blundered. Blunder. Feel the blunder. Okay, bring the king out. Queen g6. Yep. Flip the script, get the rook out. Rook e8. Rook f8, that's fine. But Lenderman should, other than time, Lenderman is not in the best of situations. I mean, e6 and the diagonal for the queen? Queen e5 and rook d7 is like, okay, queen d7 was bad. It was sort of like the superficial way to come forward, but now white is hitting the wall. The right way there was queen e5 and the threat of rook d7, which was actually mate, everybody. Okay, it's bullet, but quickly, that would have been the way to take Lenderman down here. And now something tells me that Alex is going to survive. And never trade queens when you're down on the clock here, because it doesn't even matter that it blundered the e7 pawn. White's only chance to win was on the clock. Was on the board. Black is going to win on the clock anyway. So trading queens was not the right practical decision. In addition to the fact that, yes, it just blundered a pawn, and Lenderman is actually winning the king and pawn ending here. So lessons be learned for all those. You know, that's a chess lesson. I know we're analyzing bullet here, but you're the one with an attack. You're the one with an initiative against the king side. Trading queens is like priority number not gonna happen. Okay, that's what's gonna happen with queen trades when you're on the attack if you want to win. Okay, look at Lenderman though. Lenderman knows how to just play the awkward queen moves. That guy is tricky. Let's check out a game between two streamers here. We got Gorilla taking on Blitzstream. Okay, a Trumpowski, depending on what language you prefer. .33 versus number 10 in the tournament, but you know, these guys are probably both going to be there toward the end. Gorilla being the stronger player, Blitzstream being the faster player from my own experience. Bishop to c6, put the other rook on d8. That's not a bad idea either. Hitting the bishop, and now the c5 square is available. Plus, you might just win the bishop here. Oh, maybe taking first was better. Taking and then taking there. But he didn't want the obstacle of bishops. He wanted the bishop pair. I'm surprised Blitzstream didn't take back with the knight to avoid the double pawns. Okay, king of 7. Use the g file. Use the force. Yep. Get the other rook to the d file. h5. That seems unnecessarily aggressive, but Yeah, because now the knight can hold the pawn. I don't think h5 was needed by the count. It's actually, you know, sometimes we play these pawn stacks assuming you can't really take it and double your h-pawns, but... All right, black is still better, though. You have the two bishops. This bishop is going to hit this square. c3 is weak. But, wow, Blitzstream coming up with something... I mentioned unnecessary things by the count. I think that was also an unnecessary move by Blitzstream. And the fact that he took 10 seconds to do it, too, doesn't help. Yeah, it's just going down, down, down. Red knight's going down. Down, down, down. Red knight's going down. Come on, come on. Down, down, down. Mate him on g3. g3 and e4. No! I think rook g3 and rook e4 was mate. He missed it. Rook g3 and rook e4 was mate. Now what is he doing? He's getting himself down. Now he's going to give up this? Okay, I mean, Kirilla should still win. Only 6 seconds here. Okay, he's going to win. But yeah, rook g3 and rook h4. That was mate and bake. Yeah. Now he's just going to play tickle. Back up the if you had backed up the rook, by the way, rook h2 was mate. So now he's winning anyway on the clock, but slightly sloppy. Okay. Good win for Kirilla. Takes down the higher seed in the tournament at that time, right? But speaking of high seeds in the tournament, Finn's just had his streak come to an end, but still sits at number 5. And that's fun to watch. But let's look at a GM on GM battle here. Is Meyer ever going to get it going? Doesn't look like this is going to be the start. White can just take h3, yeah. The double queen, play rook d8, queen takes f7 maybe, but he's just down on time and the king is wide open. Meyer is he's struggling today, that guy. Struggling. Feel like every day he's hustling, but he keeps getting these top GMs. That's tough, man. Tell you who's not struggling is Lenderman. And here you see he gets the number 2 seed. No, number 219 seed with 2 points. But not the easiest opponent, I guess, given that it is a master. 336 of you playing in the tournament. More than 9,000 of you watching us on Twitch. Finn's lost to Lenderman. Okay, thanks, Bay. That makes sense. Streak broken. So we missed that game. We were covering the other one, but here Lenderman is just on the grind. This guy is such a talented blitz and bullet. I mean, when he just trusts his instincts, and he's so fast, so talented, really, Lenderman. Okay, you can take on c8. Takes on d8, then rook e1. No, but now rook d2 comes. Rook d2, back up the bishop. Oh, you forgot your rook was hanging. Oh, and he forgot his rook was hanging. Everybody's hanging. Okay, rooks are hanging, but it doesn't matter because Lenderman's going to win anyway, but that was pretty funny. He tried to bait him into playing rook a1 check because the bishop's on it. That was funny. Now he's going to win the knight. Actually, now it's mate. Ba-dum-bum. Right? You know how we do it. If you get checkmated, that means you got your bell rung. Right? We love it. Lenderman, rolling. Let's stick it right here, shall we? Still 68 minutes left for those of you keeping track of the standings and the time overall. We've got Bartholomew, who's already beaten the count at 1 point in today's event. Okay? So he's already taken him down once. And now he's going to try to do it again. But positional problems here on d5. Isolated pawns, although I guess you got compensation. I was wondering if an exchange sack was what the doctor ordered, but probably not. The issue here is now bishop e4. Yeah, the count seems to have defended all weaknesses. You play rook e3 or rook d1. And if you're white, I was going to say f4 and f5. This is where it's at. back up the bishop. Now this bishop is out of play. The count playing well here. Down on time, so that's, you know, the biggest issue, 26 seconds to 32. Something like that anyway. G4, trying to get a skewer, everybody. Whenever you got pieces on awkward diagonals, you're just tactically, your brain goes there, right? Ooh, wait, take here? Talk about tactics that make your brain go there. It unleashes a discovery, but I guess it's just a big trade and nobody's winning, so now the count is thinking, but that's his first mistake. He just took way too much time on that given the time situation, and he blundered. It's no coincidence, right? I mean, he was trying too hard there to come up with the right approach and needed to keep playing quickly and intuitively. At this point, even if the game was equal, he's down 20 seconds to 6, and it's not even equal anymore. Fins is up a rook. So game over. Finn's playing well, though. Give him credit, right? Even though he was worse against Carilla for the majority of that game, Bartholomew was up on the clock. And it's a game, right? Not a science. We play to win the game. All right. I'm going to give Meyer another chance. You know how much I love the guy. He is now up to 42nd place. He's won a few in a row. Right? Oh, it hurts. It hurts on queen a4. Now you're just completely stuck. Okay, he brings the knight that way. I was suggesting this way because it guarded the knight. I think my way was better. But he can still just take d4. Positionally, black is much worse. But I actually think maybe the other way was better. Okay. e3, move the knight. You've got pressure here. The d5 pawn is falling. Meyer's just copying whatever I suggest, you know, whatever. You know, Danny Wrench on Chess TV, and he's a German super GM. No, just kidding. Meyer doesn't need anyone's help. But there's a discovery coming. Is it going to be knight c7 or knight b6? Or knight f4, then take. Then take. With tempo. I love that move, actually. Intermezzo, I wasn't even thinking about that because I think white was winning anyway. But white just, like a thief in the night, stole 2 pawns. And that's what bishops do. They steal stuff on the chessboard, right? They're thieves, and that's a blunder, and with it, Meyer wins again. So what's his hot streak at? The old Meyer town. We pop over to the big standings with the board. Can we see Meyer there? Not quite. He's not even at the top of the big standings, but where's he at? Right here. So he's just getting a streak started again, right? He's only in the gray too, right? Lenderman, does that guy ever not go streaking? He needs to get his clothes on. You know what I'm talking about? We're going streaking through the gymnasium, man. Lenderman streaking. Woo! We're going streaking. Oh, Lenderman Meyer! Yes! Hamill LN just subscribed. We love that. We love the subscription, baby. No, that was Jack's ZX gifting it. I love gifts even more. We love gifts. Okay, very nice. We have good time here. Mother Russia, you are with us. Okay, very good. You win pawn. Very nice. Okay, now you're going to play queen f3. Meyer Lenderman. If Meyer's going to get it going, now's the time. And it looks like Lenderman just screwed up big time. I apologize that rhymed. He's just losing a piece. Yeah, that pin on d4 was not possible to deal with, yeah? It's like too many little pieces coming in there. Sorry, my mic is bothering me. Sometimes it does that. Yeah, double question mark. Good call. Good call on the double question mark emote usage there. Meyer's up a piece, and if he takes down the leader, whether he comes back to win this term or not, he's making everybody else like Hammer and Bartholomew and some of the other top players there very happy if he can slow down the Lenderman train. Because I just said Lenderman was streaking at 6, right? If you look outside your window at 6, you're going to see him streaking. He's going streaking at 6, but Lenderman's about to go down. We're going to see that hot streak for the man at the top spot come to an end here. Okay, why is Meyer going so slowly? He just needs to go strangle this pawn and win it. Okay, now you can bring the bishop back, and here comes rook f7. That's actually super creative. Or just win the d6 pawn because Lenderman gave it to him. Check, he's going to block on e7. Here comes rook f7, win f2. Lenderman stops it. The biggest issue right now, it seems like, for Meyer is I've just noticed he hasn't been as sharp at anticipating his opponent's moves today. You know, so he's not getting those pre-moves. Like, up a piece here, I feel like it would be, okay, now you can just take and win. Now there should be no excuse but pre-moves for the rest of the game. Just everything. And push it. Push them, baby. Pre-moves, pre-move it out. You should lose almost no time on the clock. Oh, look at Lenderman trying to create this stalemate. Let's not go anywhere in case some sort of tragedy happens. I love Lenderman trying to create the little king trap. No, he resigns. He says, I'm not going to go full hammer on you and try to make a stalemate. Pretty funny stuff. Okay, but the Lenderman train has been stopped for the moment. Let's check in with Hammer and continue to follow this Meyer train. This is what Meyer does, by the way. So he's despite having a rough start, despite not being there near the top, he is everyone's least favorite opponent to play, right? We joke. He's the bad guy from Die Hard. Meet Hans Gruber, Georg Meyer, okay? This guy is ruthless, lethal, and just one of those players who plays, like I said, such a mistake-free style of chess like Lenderman. That's why I think both of them really excel here. And so he already beat the leader, and if Meyer continues to go, he's going to work his way back to the top by beating those at the top, right? So this position currently seems okay for Hammer, but this is not, like, it's the pairing you don't want to get. By the way, the one person we haven't talked a lot about is Grandmaster Alexandra Kostyniuk, right? She was also featured in our little pregame image talking about the biggest name. She's right there at number 7. Look at that, the chess queen. She also is streaming to her own channel right now if you want to go check that out. I mean, don't leave me. Like my 2-year-old when Daddy, don't leave. Don't leave, right? Don't leave me. But if you want to check out other streamers, you can. I know you're a try-stream mule. You're into trying different streams. At least once. As long as they're into it. Take, king of 3, rook d2, chop, rook takes b2. I predict line, but after rook d2, actually, maybe I play la d7. Okay, that might have been better. Okay, he goes now. But if I was Meyer, that might have been better first, because now the king gets out. Ooh, lolly, oodalolly, golly, what a day. Nice move. Check and take b5 instead of h7, because Hammer would have had check and winning the e-pawn. Meyer should be winning now, but time on the clock is going to make this tricky. It's going to make this tricky. A2, G4, avoid the checks. Very difficult to be Hammer here, even in a pre-move situation where he can just move his king. In fact, so much so that he's just going to give up the pawn. But now Meyer should be in a position to just rook h6. Game over. He finds it. Rook h6. Is it? It's not game over? Oh my god, it was a draw. We both miscalculated. Oh, I feel so bad. Because I suggested rook h6, not like I have any control over it, but rook h6 was not winning. It's like totally the right idea, but wow, okay. Normally, that's like such an important tactic to be aware of, right? The quick transition there, but it was just an awkward miscalculation, so unlucky. He got a flucky. You ever catch a flucky? It can be contagious. You ever gotten a flucky? It's saying you got off lucky very fast. But okay, we have big names. Let's see if somebody gets a flucky here. Rook takes f4, rook h4. Oh, it hurts. Naroditsky. King g7 would have been met by bishop h6, forcing the knight to take, and then queen takes e5. Ruh-roh. Ruby-doo, right? Naroditsky takes that one. Naroditsky has also been one of the top players we haven't covered a lot of, but right there at number 12, right? I mean, he's not out of it at all. One of our newest streamers to join the Chess.com family of streaming networks. So that's awesome. Love to get him involved. Meyer drew, so even though he slowed down Hammer, as far as Hammer's streak goes, he didn't do a lot to improve his standings, so we'll keep an eye on that. What else we got here? We've also got maybe some other chess streamers that are hanging out with us in the chat that people like to know, right? We could check out Mr. Rogers. You can go check out Jack Rogers' chat. He looks like he's about to get a win here. Opponent is down on time anyway. Takes might get made. That could be fun. Jack Rogers, somebody that we used to know. A lot of people streaming. Let's stick near the top, though. Yeah, nice move by Blitzstream. Prevents the development of the bishop, actually. And threatened bishop c3. Now a5. No brainer. Push it, push it, push it. What are you waiting for? Thanks, Shia. Shia LaBeouf. I think a5 was actually much better than what Blitzstream did. This whole thing is just like a waste. He's just going to take a7, yeah. This whole thing is like, what are you doing, right? a5 would have been a super nice move. Keep the queen kind of stuck on a3, but now I actually don't like Blitzstream's position at all. White can just push him, and Lenderman is in the driver's seat still. Can take, and then maybe try for... Ah, that was a nice move. That was a nice move. He has bishop f1 at the end of the line, holding everything. Amazing. And knight e4, he misses bishop d3. He's going to get a transition where he's got an extra pawn and black's pawns are weaker. Even this position is probably even a theoretical win for white, despite the fact that in a bullet game, I don't think he's going to win because he played the best rook endgame theory. But here you're up a pawn, and these pawns being split in a fork, it hurts, man. Oh, man. I don't always get involved, okay, in the Twitch chat with the emotes. But when I do, I prefer to fork. Boom. There's your fork, everybody. It hurts. It is very bad hurt in my arm. I have old chess injury here coming back to bite me. I play this table tennis, and I have old chess injury because I moved pawn too fast, and it comes back to bite me here. Okay, very nice. Hammer Meyer, this is a good one. Look at Hammer preparing knight takes e6 like it's going out of style. Look at it. He's going to do something. Dirty girl. Look out. Okay, but now h5 is under fire. I like that move by Meyer. Okay, trading has to favor black. No. Yes, he will trade and then play queen c6. Even stronger than yesterday. He makes a queen trade. Then he's going to play queen f1. He's going to trade, but this h5 pawn is extended too far. I'm actually not sure. I kind of liked my queen c6. Believe it or not. F4. Knight going to come to f6, and this guy falls. That was a mistake. Why didn't you play knight f6? Now he gets g4. Should have played knight f6 earlier. Okay, but without a lot of time on the clock, Meyer is in the driver's seat regardless. Can run the king up here, and Hammer with only a few seconds now trying to pre-move. Probably not enough. Not enough to get himself back in it. 5 seconds to 1 second. Goes for the sack to push the lady. He wants a lady. He wants a lady. How quickly did he just recognize that the corner pawn was the right pawn to push versus the knight? I'm sorry, but as a former professional chess player who never played chess at Georg Meyer's level, that is just like, I just love that. Oh, but look at the time! As I'm sitting here touting him, how did he blow this? Oh my gosh, you know why? Because he tried too hard. He's going to lose on time. You got to sack the queen for the pawn. Sack the queen for the pawn, it's a draw. He's going to lose on time. He had to sack the queen for the pawn. Wow. He goes from having like the most instructive quick transition, so much so that I'm going to do what I rarely do in Bullet, okay, which is pull up an analysis board just to show you how impressed I am with this game. So back in this position here, everybody, his ability to quickly recognize, because the thing about the knight is the knight actually can theoretically draw against every pawn besides the corner pawn in a lot of those situations where you run out of squares. And Meyer, I would normally think in this position that I would just push the pawn that is already open and my king isn't in the way. But he quickly recognizes that by moving the king and pushing the A pawn, this knight isn't going to be able to stop it. So Hammer plays this move, which was just a waste, because the knight can't stop a corner pawn, where imagine if this was a B pawn, the knight would have been able to sacrifice itself for it. So he was winning and just absolutely played like a monster. This quick recognition of the corner pawn I find super instructive, but the problem is he didn't play fast enough. So heartbreaking if you're Meyer. A perfect swindle if you're Hammer to find a way to get that one. But now Hammer at number 2 is going to be taking on the Count, and looks like the Count is down way too many pieces here. There's problems, and they start on the dark squares. Bishop f1, you got nothing. Here comes knight f6. Black can probably resign here, if I'm totally honest. He's not going to, but he could resign. It's mate. You're moving the knight with a discovered check because this bishop guards the square. So, knight e8 or h5, f6, you'll take it. Or mate this way. Queen f6, queen g7. Very nice. Oh, he's going to get his bell rung. Hey, you mate me. I ring your bell. Okay? Wow. 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 So look at that. Hammer just jumps up with a quick couple victories in a row. But can somebody slow down Lenderman for the love of God and all that is holy? I mean, dear Lord. Look at him. He's sitting at the top with 86 points. Hammer and Finns are right there, number 2 and number 3 as far as titled chasers. But wow. That's bananas. 86 points. And he's going to win again right now. He's going to win again. He's going to do it. He's doing it. He's going to do it. He's doing it. Amazing. Phenomenal. Wow. Lenderman. Just crazy. Okay. Meyer Naroditsky. That's the action. Let's do it. That's the action. Meyer playing hardcore theory, the kind that Naroditsky doesn't like. Something tells me Naroditsky is about to feel the pain in this one. I would have taken with the e-pawn, though, and kept c5 alive if I was Meyer. That c5 idea was happy town for me. You got to find your happy place, you know. Mine does include a bull dance and a merry-go-round, for the record, at my happy place. There's some other things there, but I can't talk about it. So if you're wondering, hey, what's Danny Wrench's happy place? Bull dance, merry-go-round. There you go. F3, trade. Yeah, Meyer definitely should have taken the way I prescribed because c5 was really where White's positional edge was coming back in the position we first joined. But now after take, I'm changing my tune to say that Naroditsky was going to feel the heat. Here he's just on the initiative. The b-pawn is weak. And the main thing as I'm saying this is that I like the time advantage for Naroditsky. So I think that this is something that Meyer really let go back when he took on d5 with the wrong pawn. You can just take it. Oh, he doesn't take it because this is even stronger, but he will take. My guess is after some checks, play some tickle, he will take. Yep, and here comes the b-pawn. Push him, baby. Push him. Here comes the b-pawn. And that, my friends, is how you win. Naroditsky, by the by, up to number 5 in the standings. Number 4, number 5 headed into this round here, so impressive stuff. But at this point, some of these guys are going to have to take down Lenderman. Somebody has to slow down Alex. Naroditsky gets the win. Lenderman is pulling the trigger on another win as we speak. He's like a machine, a sophisticated chess robot sent back through time to change the future for one lucky lady. Or chessboard. It's not, he's a chess robot. He just does what chess robots do. Meyer, Lenderman. Again, this is what we keep talking about. Nobody wants to play Meyer, and because the pairing algo pushes the strength of opponent, it makes for constantly really exciting matchups, which is why I love it. I love it. Love that these guys are constantly throwing down the top GMs. c5, bishop e5. Yeah, d5 is going to come for White here, and Meyer is playing with house money. Yeah, he even takes with the knight just so he can keep d5 alive. He backs up, but now d6 will be weak. b4. Okay. You have b5, a4, a5. Oh, he takes first. Very nice. Now b5, and he sinks a pony in here. That was not right. I think Lenderman could have even gotten away with taking here. Those tactics were really crazy. Because if knight c6 takes the queen, if takes back, queen takes, and everybody's hanging. So, okay, Meyer's better here, but I think Lenderman might have missed a shot. This is a very nice recognition of how you can move from complicated middle game pawn structures to a position where you're positionally better because of this outpost square on e5. So Lenderman plays e5. He kind of has to take this chance, but now Meyer's gotten the a file. I admit I'm not as impressed with Meyer giving up. I would have tried to keep control over that square, but I do think white is still better. Play e4. No, he wants the d file. Okay, he's bringing the queen to d6. Can't argue with that. Queen to d6, I'll take it. He's going to fork him. Fork him, baby. Take b6, knight d3, knight to c5, or e5. You get to pick your flavor. Just like Baskin-Robbins. Never get a dairy-free Baskin-Robbins flavor, though. It's like, why are you going to an ice cream store to get sherbet? Okay, get over yourself. Are you dairy-free, gluten-free? You know, it's like, come on. Some of us live. All right, Baskin-Robbins for life. No, just kidding. All right, here we go. We have more games to choose from. So many I not know what I want. But Hammer knows what he wants. He wants the whole thing. He is bringing it today. I love it. Bringing the noise, the joy, the funk, and blundering pieces. No, he's already equal. Okay. A7, Bueller. Yep, I love A7. That's a pawn. Not too worried if you're Hammer here. Play A5, A5, B4, and kind of sink in on these squares. Don't blunder F2. Yeah, Rook A2 is a nice idea to not do that, but here comes G4. So as much as Queen F5 felt really fun for black, now you have to waste bishop back, queen back, and Hammer's just going to continue to advance. A6, C6 is weak. Okay, he's trading. He's really taking his grinded out time. I respect it. I actually think A6 has been calling my name for a few moves now, but Hammer eventually does go for it. Yeah, I guess he's just got nothing more than a big old transition to the rook ending. Okay. Should be a draw. So we're going to leave this one behind and go to the next GM on GM scenario we got here. Meyer creeping up. Meyer be creeping. Knight c4 will take with... Ooh, I thought he wanted to take with the pawn and the g file. Oh, I wanted it. I wanted it bad. g4. 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 g4, g5. e5, okay. Now he's going to take and trade queens? I guess. Yeah. I guess Naroditsky's worse in the endgame because the knight has targets. F6 maybe? No. What's the future? How do you win? Put the king here. That didn't seem right. King g7. I'm not, this has been a bit of a strange approach, and I know that if these two get in a pure time scramble, I slightly favor Naroditsky, so it makes you a little skeptical of where this game has gone for Meyer. Naroditsky likes himself so much in the time scramble that he plays a terrible move b5, making sure that a4 is a forever weakness, right? Like your BFF. This is your PWFF, pawn weakness forever. Forever comes twice, PFF, pawn PWF, pawn weakness forever. Just made it up. He may lose though, so Naroditsky goes all in on this trying to flag him, but he may regret it because now he's actually created a scenario where only black can win. Here comes knight c1. That's a bishop. That's a bishop, but 6 seconds. Can Meyer do it? He's got to push the e-pawn. Forget about everything but the e-pawn. The problem is b6 is going to come. Yep, here it comes. So now he can pre-move though. So you play your last card that prevents white from pre-moving, and the question is, will Meyer get made in time? Only 2 seconds. Only 2 seconds. What are you doing, dude? Just do mate things. Mate things. Bring your king up. There you go. He's got him on the 7th rank. Huge mistake. Now all Meyer has to do is move the king. What are you doing? Oh, he's just flagging. Oh my gosh. Seriously, when you get in that scenario, that's pre-move action. Oh, no. When you're in that scenario, just pre-move your king up and mate. I don't know. That scared me. It scared me. Okay, now we got a couple of top guns going at it. You got Krikor taking on Naroditsky, but you've also got number 3 versus number 27. This is I'm watching this Meyer train as he gets himself back near the top. It's kind of fun. So many options, hardly enough games. Just kidding. Too many games to cover, so obviously you can go directly to Chess.com or watch multiple streamers and have a good time watching them. Of course, we want every single one of the 10,000 with you. Whoa! Thanks for being here, everybody. The chess bug is real. Thank you to every single person that is here and tuning in to this week's Arena Kings. Don't miss Wednesday's show because we will be right back here when the time begins. All right. B4. B4. No. Was there a mate? There wasn't a mate, disclaimer 666, so I don't ring the bell when there's no mate. So that's the thing, right? I'm nothing if I don't have integrity about the odd and stupid gimmicks I have on my streams. So knight d4. I'm not predicting moves this game, but I'd like to think it's because they're getting a little sloppy. Knight d4 would have been really good for black. Now Finns is only going to be worse in the endgame because that pawn. King up, king f4. King up, king f4. I think you can do it. Yeah, he's going for it. Pawn's falling. That pawn, man. We called it. King f3 on pin. Okay, rook there also does the trick. Is this a winning king and pawn ending is the question. No. Is it just going to be a drawn rook ending? That's the question from Finns. But here comes rook e6, rook b6. I'm not even sure that was the... I'm not sure the king and pawn ending wasn't where he should have gone. Now it's really hard. White gives checks. Check on b6 next. Probably just push him. No, he's going to check first. This is now Meyer is starting to show the kind of chess I'm oh, don't mate. Oh, I thought he was about to mate himself with king g5. That would have been hilarious. King g5, h6 was checkmate. But this is what I kind of expect from Meyer to play this level of chess and be up on the clock, you know. Okay, I'm not sure he's going to hold. I mean, now Finns is showing his pre-move skills, which is a problem if you're Meyer. Yeah, because he's getting down on the clock. Finns could get this one. Now you got to push him. Make sure. Oh, he's going to let the queen come, but there may be mate. Look out for rook c7. He's taking everything. Is he going to get the pawn in time? Probably. That's an insurance policy. No, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want the pawn, but he might need it. It's going to be a draw. He's not going to mate him in time. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Calling it. It was a draw. I don't know why I just got taken to the next game, but that's just because it ended so fast, I guess. But it was a draw. Okay. Wow. Meyer and Finns get the draw. That was weird. The game ended and it took me immediately to the next game. Okay. You know, what's the Mike Ross reads? Is that one that I don't know? I don't know a lot of things. I stopped trying to be cool like, 20 years ago. It was a very short-lived experience trying to be cool. Because one day, one of my friends was like, Danny, you realize you're on path to become a professional chess player. Like, you got to make a choice here. Cool, chess player. So, there you go. Wait, Finns flagged? No. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, his streak came to an end, but his Meyer's still going. You're right. You're right. Wow. Meyer flagged Finns ruthlessly. You know what he did? He did that thing where we were talking about. He put pieces on squares where he couldn't pre-move. Amazing stuff. That's a heartbreaking one if you're Finns. But the Meyer train is rolling on. He's going to beat this guy, Warrior 911. There's a mate coming on the light squares. Oh, 95. Oh, takes. He's going to have to take now. Bishop's going to take it. But the light squares. Oh, feels good. Bishop back and queen d5. Yupper doodle. Meyer's on track, thinking like I'm thinking. Queen d5 anyway. Yeah, you can't play queen e6. The knight's on it. There's no queen trade. Okay, but now you can trade, or you could have even taken there, but now it's just light square problems, and he's got like 99 of them, you know? So, yeah, bishop e5, that's a rook, and that's the game. Meyer be creeping. Hammer is at 10. Let's look at this. Hammer's on a hot streak of 10 and has just taken over the top spot in the tournament. Can he keep winning? Going up against Blitzstream, who's about to take him down, actually. So not the best game for Hammer to keep the win streak alive. Blitzstream finding a way to simplify the position, but here come the pre-moves. F4, G4, King F3. Pre-moves. Okay. At some point, you're going to have to look out for a pre-move check of some kind. But Hammer playing very, very smartly. He's actually not changing the position enough for it to be an issue. Making it actually, oh, he allowed a rook trade, but Blitzstream didn't see it. That may come back to cost Blitzstream, because if the rooks were off, it would have been a lot easier for him to pre-move. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this kind of flag scenario. He'll have to take it and then play a5. No, he runs the king. Runs the king and then a5. And it looks like Hammer's going to get this one. He got in a position where he could make a whole bunch of moves faster than his opponent. Even the rook trade's going to be enough, because there's just not enough time. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Wow. 11. This one goes to 11, right? Yeah. Hammer's winning streak. That one goes to 11. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Smart enough, good enough. Stuart Smalley, pretty awesome. Okay, looking at the games here, looking at the chat. So many of you here. Hammer is slippery and fast and dirty. The more you describe him, the more you know he needs to bathe. Lenderman going down? No, Lenderman doesn't go down. No. Lenderman doesn't go down on time. That's right. Okay, what else we got? We got Meyer and Finns going at it again. No, it's not Meyer, sorry. Finns is still in the 3 spot here, but is actually in a really tough spot against GM Chess Gamer. I wonder who GM Chess Gamer is, actually. We should find out. I'm going to ask my team. Because right now, GM Chess Gamer is on a roll. We've got Meyer. Meyer's still at it. He is mating himself. No, because he guards h1. I thought he mated himself, but that would have been funny. He's actually doing well to just pre-move here, because I think his opponent is the one who's trying too hard. Wow. Rook takes h6, though. Feels good. Meyer might be going down here. I can't tell on the clock, but it feels like white has the edge on the clock, and he's in a safe position to pre-move. Notice the rooks can just go to dark squares. Okay, this may be a mistake, trying to actually do something when he could have just pre-moved to the dark squares and won. But okay, I'm not going to criticize a man for actually playing good chess moves. I might criticize a man for playing good chess moves. I might do. It sounds like something I would do. Yeah. But if he doesn't win this one, then I will certainly criticize him. Amazing. Draw. Yeah, Meyer was the one pre-moving toward the end, and white wasn't. That's the mistake of there. When you had a position where the rook could have gone to d8 and d6 and dark squares from now until kingdom come, and light square bishop, they don't move to dark squares, in case you missed the memo. So that's a big deal. Wow. Well, I don't know if GM Chess Gamer is streaming, but I've just been confirmed it's a very strong player who I will not be revealing the identity. But clean GM Chess Gamer. Super strong player. Okay, there you go. Love it. People just can't sit on the sidelines, can they? Lenderman is finally going down. Only 1 second. Maybe I spoke too soon. He's not going to mate him in time. And Lenderman wins again. Holy shenanigans. Whoa. Thanks for the cheer, Liquid Product. It's a whole lot of cheer. That was crazy right there. Lenderman, that guy. But Hammer. Remember how I pulled a Spinal Tap? This one goes to 11. Hammer's on a hot streak of 12, people. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Love it. Knight goes back to e2. He's going to bring the bishop up to d2. Swing around. Rook f2. Okay. Number 1 at 106 points. But Lenderman right behind him with 105. Those two seem to be in a bit of a two-horse race right now for the overall prize. I'm going to switch over here to Lenderman versus Finns, even though Hammer's still at the 1 spot, because this is a game that 2 of our top streamers and 2 of our top performers currently in the Arena Kings, so leading the tournament, they're getting our love. Right now it looks like Lenderman is positionally better. He's going to work on these pawns over here, a little surgery. I think bishop e3 was a bad move. Rook a5 there. I want to show instructiveness, and I promise I'll back up. Rook a5 here instead. Separates the pawns? I don't know, man. I guess he was worried about b4, but that would have been a quick way to double on the a file. Now I feel like Finn's position is doing okay as he holds down these pawns, but look out for c4 at some point for white. Okay. Sitting tight. c4 there might have been good. That's not good. Yeah. Finns is a little bit on tilt here in this position. I think unnecessarily. Rook d1. Yeah, very strong. You're going to come to d6. And just sit tight. Take with the bishop. Yep. Lenderman is all over it. Doesn't need my advice. Ah, Finns goes for a very nice counter chance because he has b4, which I didn't see coming, to be honest. Okay, but is it going to be enough? This has suddenly become a game. Yeah, Lenderman missed that sack. And he's trying to calculate, which is his first mistake. I guess he's got a draw at the very least, but that might be it because he can take b4, but after takes d6 in the end, it's going to be a draw. Yeah, wow. One thing to note, by the way, even after h6, it's the wrong color corner. So all Lenderman has to do is get his king back to this color corner, and he's drawing. But Lenderman's going for more. Will this be the mistake that he regrets? No, does he have g4? Oh, g4, it feels good. But he gets Finns to lose on time. Oh my God, that was dirty. Dirty flag, right? That was nasty. He had no business winning that game. And he plays, look at these moves. That's like, because Finns had pre-moved. Look at this. Finns had pre-moved king h4 on g4 check. So, of course, he plays king f4. That gained time. Then after takes, Finns had probably pre-moved bishop f6 in here to try to trade the pawn, but he never moves the pawn here. If Finns had just brought the bishop here and sacked, he would have drawn, but Lenderman never pushes the pawn. He brings the king to h3. That is just nasty. Oh, it feels good, man. I know, you're like, what's wrong with you, Danny? How does that feel? I don't know. It's like watching a horror movie. You leave and somehow you just feel dirty, but it was kind of cool, you know? I don't know. that was nuts. Man, I'm going to go get some water. I got 10,000 of you here. I'm going to watch this game between Lenderman and Naroditsky, but I got to go get some water because my throat's freaking hurting. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're all still here with me. Took a 30-second water break. Brought some water back, but in fact, we've had more viewers. It tells people they're not here for me. Here for the games. I love it. Feels good. All right, what do we got here? We got Lenderman and Narrow. Tell me what I've missed, everybody. I missed 35 seconds of chess, and now it looks like Naroditsky is just getting crushed. Lenderman quickly clearing the G file. I love the way he plays chess. He's nasty with the flags and just nasty overall. Rook takes h5 is a move that could have been considered for a few times because I actually think the queen is probably much better, but this is even better for Lenderman. He's just winning more material. Now rook takes h5 comes like a hammer, but he only has 4 seconds. Oh my gosh. Makes me think he was playing this all wrong. He should have been doing what I was saying, just play the intuitive moves, because now, winning or not, he's down on the clock. I didn't even look at that, right? Try too hard. Big tree fall hard. I mean, I think there's a number of moves here. Wait, Naroditsky's thinking. There's mate everywhere. Queen takes g4, he sacks it. Now he's got king f7. Is it going to be enough to flag Lenderman? I don't think so. Naroditsky goes down somehow. Wow. If you're wondering how Lenderman got to 113 points in the streak and is, okay, hammer's right there, but I mean, he's just been a monster. An absolute monster. Wow. Amazing. Arugula. Phenomenal. Okay. Jack Rogers playing. We'll keep an eye on some other streamers, but hey, look who just jumped in the arena. Robert Hess sitting with 2 points at 281. I feel like Robert likes playing spoiler, because Robert doesn't usually stream from the beginning, but now that he jumps in and the pairing algorithm is pairing based on strength, that means he's going to get paired with a lot of these GMs, and they're like, I don't want to play Hess right now, right? I'm busy trying to win this thing, and here comes Hess, ranked 281st in the tournament with 2 points, It's not fun. What's going on between Chess Queen and Finn's? Finn's still in the top 5. You got to give it to John Bartholomew. He brought it today. He really has. He's been consistent and doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So yeah, crazy stuff. Gotta like it. Oh, man. Finns is on the attack here. He is on the attack. I like c6. I like these up the exchange. I like d6 now even. Brings it a little bit. Here comes queen takes a3. Look out for the queen to hold. This isn't a clear win, especially given the time scramble. This is not a clear win. Queen g3. What's he gonna do now? G1. But if she takes on g4, she's got g3 coming in, the mating net. The mating net is real. Item 9 exists. Man. Queen. That's a lady. g3. g3. Push from g3 to g... Oh, very nice to bring the bishop around. Oh, bishop c5. Finns did not see that coming. King f1 was mate. Queen takes e1. Queen takes e1 was just winning on the spot. And that would have allowed her to mate in time. And she missed it. Oh, man. Queen takes e1. The rook was pinned. Queen takes e1. The rook was pinned. Oh, man. Finns goes out of the frying pan into the fire, though. Takes down Kostyniuk, mainly because of the clock, and now has another GM to face, another streaming GM. So that might actually help him that it's a streaming GM. So. You guys are just all over the place in the chat. Thanks for being here, man. And ladies. Finns loses the pawn, but I would take white here, yeah. Compensation is coming to you this way. Coming to a theater near you. Take b7. You're still down a pawn, but I like the bishop here. I like the rook coming to e1. I also like the bishop coming to g3. The queen is overwhelmed. She's got to back up. Ooh, that's nerve-wracking. Now you got to move the bishop. This knight doesn't have any good discoveries, so don't worry about that. Rook c1. g3 is also nice and safe. Put the king on g2. Bring the queen over. Maybe play for h4 and h5. So I dig it. I dig king g2. Rook to c6 and rook to c7 are both on the docket. Might have preferred rook c7 last move, to be honest, because that's a long-distance relationship that works right there. I like it. Play rook d1 and you lose. Yeah, now rook c7. I think that move has been calling for us for a while. Now just trade and play a4. a4, a5. Stop the knight. Yeah, there he goes. Stop the knight from sinking itself on b6. Okay, queen d1. The main issue here is going to be whether he can quickly get out of the position he's been in where he had to come up with accurate moves. You want to play pre-moves. Nice move. You're going to bring the rook to b5. I like it. Also to b7, and f7 is once again calling for a long-distance stand over there. I like it. a5. He wants to get the queens off the board. It's the easiest way to play the position, but a5 was also really strong. Now he can take e4. Still you have a5. Queen d5 would be the next move to guard f7 and the rook. No time on the clock, but neither does Krikor. John's going to get it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Have we ever seen Finns play this dominant? I guess the bullet is a little bit more his speed than the blitz Arena Kings, but this is impressive. Impressive. Meyer still hasn't been able to crack himself back into the top 20. So that's tough. Tough for him. Lenderman remains just streaking, but as impressive as Lenderman sitting at number 1 with currently a hot streak of 7 is the fact that Hammer is not far behind. Playing GM Chess Gamer, who we still have, I have confirmed identity, so we don't need to worry about any sort of fair play. That's my guess. So once I've confirmed that, I know that this is a very strong grandmaster who is not streaming, here to play spoiler, apparently. At least as far as we know, unless someone can go searching on chess to see if this guy's streaming. But I don't think so. Knight f4. He's just bringing the noise. Bringing the noise right now to Hammer. Rook e4 was also... Oh, that would have fell to the fork. Don't fall on a fork. It'll hurt your back. Although always carry a fork, like Joey Tribbiani, just in case, right? Yeah, well, the Israeli flag sort of suggests. If I was guessing, I would have guessed. Gelfand seems, I don't know. I just don't know that Gelfand is the best bullet player in the world. Maybe I don't know, right? Forgive me, Boris, for I have sinned. I have a couple other people in mind. Look at Meyer going for the pre-move tricks. Not Meyer, sorry, Hammer. But it's not going to be enough. So GM Chess Gamer. He's a gamer, apparently. Just needs to move now, and he'll flag him as he does. Lenderman still at number 1. Currently blundering forks. He's got some compensation, given that it's only the exchange, but I think this is probably good for black. Yeah, especially if you can get something going quickly in the C file. on the D file. Only 16 minutes left, okay? For those of you wondering, only 16 minutes left before we find out who the top streamers are. We will take a quick break at the end of the 16-minute marker so that we can make sure that all streamers who've qualified to move on to the knockout round are aware and ready. But now we're really starting to run out of time. And so looking at those standings, I think we have 4 people that have pretty much secured to us. They brought enough of their A game to move on, right, to the knockout. That's Lenderman, Hammer, Naroditsky, and Bartholomew. I'm not sure how many of the other non-titled top performers are streaming right now, but if they are, then they get to move on. So we'll find out and go from there. Lenderman should still be in trouble here. No, you can do that? I guess he can. Check and check, and there's actually, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Warrior 911 actually doesn't have as much of a straightforward path as I thought, despite having a lot of pawns for the 2 pieces. Now time is really all that's going to matter. But if you're black, you're happy you can just push the pawn. Push the pawn without much worry. Uh-oh. Feels like Lenderman defended just well enough that, and did so without even getting down on time. He's just good, man. He's just good. No increment, just nothing but ridiculously strong chess out of Lenderman. Although now it's just a pre-move scramble. I think the one area where Lenderman can kind of like lose it sometimes is in these little pre-move scramble areas. Okay, he did get this one, but wow. Okay. Hammer and Meyer. Oh, they're already at the end. GM on GM. C-file. And is that an F6 square? Because I'm going to put my pony on it. Yeah, Meyer wins on time. No surprise, because Hammer was just completely frustrated here. The C-file, the F6 square. Feels bad, man. Okay, so Meyer. The question is, has Meyer done enough to get himself back in the fold, right? We'll see if he does. We know he wants to move on to the top 8. We'll see if he's able to get there. Okay. Here, Naroditsky's under the gun from Chess Queen, but he is up a few seconds on time. And I guess she's sort of running out of firepower. All of a sudden, the second rank starts to seem more dangerous than I first noticed. Rook G8, Rook H7? No. Back up the queen. Rook takes G3. Oh, it's a pin. Oh, it's a pin. I don't think C5 was as good as maybe just moving the king, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, she just resigned before even making him come up with the choice of just taking the queen. So, Kostyniuk playing very well, also streaming, but goes down in that game. Meyer moves on. Number 28, currently in the overall standings. Naroditsky, still number 3. If I had to guess, if I was pulling the best in show, you know, you're running your Corgi, you know, your pug, you're running them by me, and I go 1, 2, 3. That's the order. If I had to guess, that's going to be the order to finish. Just Lenderman, Hammer, Naroditsky. Wow. Was this a French? Was this a French? I admit I wasn't paying attention. Something tells me that something went wrong here for black. Yeah. This pawn, in case you haven't noticed, your wizard, Harry. Harry the H-pawn. Your wizard, Harry. Yeah, so that's why you had to sack the knight. Queen b4 check would run into c3. But okay, you trade queens, you're just down a piece. So, Rekharovka? Da. Rekharovka. Da. He doesn't even care about the knight because he's got... Oh, he pre-moves! Pre-move fail! Pre-move fail! Oh! Did you see that pre-move fail? Right? Naroditsky had pre-moved. Bishop takes a4 is what he was expecting, and he gives up the rook and the pawn on c2. What's funny is he's still going to come back and win this. That's what's awesome. Pre-move failing his way to victory, and he's still up a piece. That'll teach you to play the French, kids. All right, knight takes d5. That was awesome. Hilarious. Hilarious stuff. Okay, you're taking here. No, don't pre-move fail again, Danya. Danya. Tisk, tisk, tisk. e6. Love it. It's mate. It's mate. e7 is mate. Oh. Oh. Can we get a chess kappa? Oh. Oh. Oh, it feels good. Wow, that was awesome. Okay. Meyer looks like he's going to take down his opponent here. But not a huge time advantage, actually. I mean, especially now that black is pre-moving, I would pre-move g6. Yeah, that's how you beat it. There you go. You could tell he had pre-moved the king, and now he was going to now just pre-move this, pre-move taking the rook, and it's over. Yeah, so he resigns. Okay, so Meyer gets a win. Continues to try to work his way toward the top. What are the standings currently right now for those streaming? Does anybody have that? That would be awesome to know. Be just curious. Just curious. Finns, if you're just joining us, John Bartholomew putting together maybe his best overall arena that I can remember. He's currently at number 6. You see all the title players kind of taking over the top spots there as the event goes on, and they're able to put more of their streaks together, right? Lenderman's been streaking since, like, I don't know, 7 hours ago. He's at 12, right? You know, most states he'd be arrested for this much streaking. You know what I'm saying? Starting to get in trouble for all that streaking he's been doing. A3, I like it. King B1, he's got nothing. Finns knows he's got nothing. Bring the pain. There you go. Knight D6, all right. You know. Ooh, put the king on A1. Sack takes. No, mate on B2. You got to take back on D1. Did he take? He made it himself. Oh, no, we called it too. No, you had to take on D1. That's a huge loss for Finns. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Looks like Steve S5 knows the standings. Wow. That was an epic owie. That was an epic owie, you know? Not like a 2-year-old coming in like, owie, right? No, it's like, you know, hey, did you know you have a nail stuck in your head, right? Why do you always have to talk about how to fix things? If you know the reference I'm talking about, then you and I just became best friends, right? Stop trying to fix my problems, but there's a nail in your head. One of my favorite videos of all time. Do I have plans to push for the GM title? I got a lot of plans, but you know what they say about plans. Best laid plans of mice and men. I got plans to cut a few. I got to stop shopping at Baby Gap. That's what my son tells me. By the way, he insults me a lot. Anyone else, can you share my pain? Anyone else got a 12-year-old going on preteen? Feels bad, man. Anyway, I don't know about the plans right now, to be honest. Ooh, look at this. Knight A3 is coming. Yep, gotta run. Gotta run. Gotta run. Actually, even if you do run, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter, because King A1, you got no follow-up. He's sacrificing the knight, giving up the rook on F1. He doesn't want it, though, because he's going to get Queen F7 and Bishop G5 as mate. This game may just end in one of those schmancy draws, going back and forth. Neither side can break rhythm. Right? If black broke rhythm, Queen F7 and Bishop G5 was mate. And if white broke rhythm, Queen takes here. And Gloria Estefan warned you. The rhythm is going to get you. The rhythm is going to get you. All right. Well, amazing stuff. Lenderman and Hammer threw down while we were talking about standings. And Lenderman wins. And, it's why he deserves to win the thing. Where he's probably done the best against his peers. But we'll see if he can continue to earn our praise with a game here against Finns. Finns is somebody who I put at a higher level as far as speed goes, but Lenderman is I think the best overall player of the day so far. That's been clear, and probably the best combination of speed and chess skills in the event right now. We got a big Queen's Indian. This is typical stuff, but both sides know what they're doing here. After B5 back, look out for D5 in some positions, so White's kind of preparing it. Knight E5, but now you allow the trade on G2, and if the trade here can happen, and did he just blunder that? How was Rook F7? Is D7 hanging? Bueller. D7's hanging. D7's hanging. D7's hanging. D7's been hanging. That's so funny. Mutual blindness is a real thing where both players are just not looking. And eventually he's going to take D7. Okay, took him long enough. Wow. So funny. So what should have happened was the trade and then black should have played rook f7. I was going to say that should be fine for Lenderman because you've got this good knight versus bad bishop potential with the pawn here. But Lenderman never defended d7, and eventually Finns got d7. So now I don't know that it's good for Lenderman anymore. You want to get rook d8 though. I don't like queen e3 by Finns. He needs to be aggressive here and not get nervous against Lenderman. I feel like he's getting nervous. And we are officially preparing the room for all of those who will be moving on into our championship there. So, gonna be some fun happening here. Yep. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, good for Bartholomew here. Takes, queen f7 is mate. Bartholomew's going to get him. Queen g4, queen g4. Push? Nope. He's got plenty of time. So short of Finn's kind of beating himself here, this should be pretty straightforward. Now he can just pre-move it out. Sometimes you have a rough week and you dance it out. Otherwise, you pre-move it out. But Finn's has already stalemated one person today. No, he's not going to stalemate again. Nope. Not gonna happen. And Finns takes down the leader. Can we give him a golf clap? Seriously, Bartholomew probably officially cinching his ticket into the knockout with that victory right there. So, wow. Yep, amazing stuff. Okay, we're getting set here. And we know who the streamers are. Awesome stuff. Great clap there for Finns. Took down Lenderman. Big win for Bartholomew. Naroditsky at number 2, though. I guess I was wrong. I predicted a 1-2-3 finish, best in show style. And maybe Naroditsky will prove me wrong. With that win there, he is in second place right now. Tied with Hammer, though. Where's Hammer at? Ooh, Hammer had the tough one. Had to throw down against Meyer. That's rough. It's rough when you got to throw down against Meyer. Finns is going to move on to the top 5, but Hammer is really the one who, to prove my prediction right, needs to win here. Only 3 minutes separate us from 10,000 people, 1 man, and 8 streamers throwing down in a knockout, right? It's like that what do you call 1 man, 10,000 viewers, and an 8-player knockout, Arena King Streamers Championship. Huh, good to know. Chess Bay says that Finns has been streaming and playing. So it looks like hard work pays off, as they say. Good for him. Good for him. All right, only a few minutes left. I'm excited. I'm excited for the knockout. Really, really excited. Really, really. Wow. Hammer's just up a piece here, right? Looks like he'll get this one. Good stuff. Only a minute and 54 seconds remain. Several players are fighting for this final spot. Hammer wins. Lenderman's going to take first. But with Naroditsky winning again, I've officially been proven wrong. If you can see the standings, Naroditsky is out of reach for Hammer. Yeah, that's what happens when you finish on a streak of 10, right? That's hot. Right? You ever play so fast your mouse is like... Yeah, Naroditsky is on a roll. And as somebody who's just recently started streaming, I predict Naroditsky will have one of the more successful channels on Twitch in the chess community in the next year. I'm just going to say that because I've been around this kid when he plays a lot of bullet, and some of the things he does when he gets upset, #rage, are hilarious. So let's say Naroditsky has the perfect combination of super chess strength as he delivers mate right over here on the queen's favorite spot. And let's just say that he knows how to play chess and play it well. So I expect Naroditsky to do big things, right? I'm like Ollivander. Big things from you we expect, boy. Big things. So many of you here. Thank you so much for all the love, all the viewers, everyone hanging out, watching both twitch.tv and chess.com TV chat. That's because when you've known someone since they're a kid, Akiba, you kind of refer to them that way. It's kind of life, right? You know, no offense, but just because you tell someone's a kid, I mean, I wish more people would call me a kid instead of an old, fat, bald guy with a receding hairline, you know? So, hey. All right, it looks like we're coming to an end here in 10 seconds. Indeed, we have. It's over. That's the top three, not exactly as I called them. And Alexander Lenderman takes the cake with an incredible performance. Danya Naroditsky and GM Jan Ludwig Hammer. So, we are going to take a quick break, as probably 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere, okay? As we get all the standings set up, the knockout event is getting set to start, and all of you are going to be a part of it with us. So, so that's really, really cool. Be right back. We're ready, Freddy. No, we're not ready. We're not ready, apparently. Sorry. I was I was told that perhaps we were ready. What I can tell you is it looks like we missed somebody. Yeah. Yeah, well, we're setting up the standings right now, so just hang with us. It's a lot of fun. Again, as we take a look at how the event finished right there, let's talk a little bit about it with all of you in the chat. Still 5,000 of you with us. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate everyone who's been here the whole time, checking in and playing with us. It looks like we have our final 8, but I'm waiting just one moment to confirm that. What I can say is from the top, we've got Lenderman, Naroditsky, Hammer. Lenderman, Naroditsky, Hammer, Bartholomew, Blitzstream, which is Kevin Bourdie. Then we've got Kyuber Pro, been streaming here for a while. All right. And then I think we have Last 7 Samurai was our next one, as well as a trophy Crazy House, one of our streamers. And then finally, Paul from SB. Who is Paul from SB? Cool. I love it. Oh, right there. I am Paul from SB. SBP. SPB. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You get it. Okay. It looks like now we do indeed have our people. Updated standings. We're working on it. How's everyone doing? Danny, is Naroditsky going to be in? Yes, of course, Aquaman. Naroditsky is in. Worst music in streaming history? I beg to differ, King's Gambits. But, you know, to each his own. Getting it all together. Gonna be fun. The next few moments will be knockouts. Pretty sure Cuber was streaming. We're trying to get it right. Thank you, Liam Shez. Appreciate it. If it makes you feel better, you're also in my heart. I don't know if I want to go putting labels of numbers on it, you know. Sometimes I take the bait. It's fun. The winner of today's match gets, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Okay. This is our first season of the streamers. And the winner of today gets, this is the prize right there in the middle, 250, 120, 75, all to the top 8. There's also streamer prizes awarded based on fan votes and all kinds of stuff. But really, right now, a lot of these guys are vying for position because the overall leaderboard of the Streamers Championship, Simon, maybe you could share that. It'd be great if we could get a share of the link in the different chat rooms, both in Twitch and Chess.com TV, so people know where they can see the up-to-date standings. But we're working on that right now, the updated standings. The rules to the event, as we've talked about, the top 8 streamers advancing. It's not just the top 8 finishers, it's the top 8 people who also streamed. We're going to play best of 5 matches, this time bullet, so a lot of fun. Of course, if there is a tie at the end, we'll have an Armageddon game. And players must be streaming, which we've updated the rules to be. It must include either voice or visuals on camera. Just a screen capture with no voice or no face does not count. as a stream that moves on. And you can see the updated rules there so that we are identity confirming who you say you are as you stream. Not even necessarily as a fair play requirement, because we're analyzing data and things behind the scenes anyway all the time. But just to make sure that we have people that are committed to the process, which is we want to help everybody have an amazing chess channel on Twitch, and just a screen capture while you play is not that entertaining, honestly. Not that entertaining. Like, look at this. I've been talking here for a while. You guys are like, now these rules are boring, Danny. So let's actually get to it and talk about what the standings are. Okay. Pretty sure we have them correct now, as you can see. We'll go to the bracket, see if this looks like it's right. From what I can see, 7th and 8th are they correct? No, not quite. These ones aren't quite correct yet. So updating now, I think that a trophy crazy house is actually number 7, but the games will be starting. Sorry, a trophy crazy house is actually number 8, with Paul SB is actually in the. So for some reason this has not been updated yet, but I believe what we're gonna see here is Lenderman starting off as the 1 seed, playing the 8 seed. So we're gonna make sure we are following Alex Lenderman. We are. And the games have begun. So, here we go. Playing a trophied crazy house. That is correct. Oh, okay, so the standings are correct. They have been updated. And what you see above me, slightly smaller font, or quickly show you in the bracket here, these are our standings. We are off to see the wizard take us to Oz. Here we go, Lenderman, the top seed, taking on a trophied crazy house. It's, remember, a match of best of 5. So what do we got here? We've got mainline theory with Lenderman already being much better here. This whole G5 situation is not ideal. The H6 pawn is backward. Could be a problem. Quickly switching to the C file, also a strong idea. Here comes C5. I'm going to put my pony on it. Maybe even double rooks on the C file and continue. Ooh. There's also all kinds of threats. Look out for discoveries by capturing on A6. So Lenderman has moves like Queen A3, tactics on A6. The rook is falling. That's tension, baby. Queen A3 coming. Lenderman always tries to copy my moves. I would just double rooks here, maybe. Plays King A1, I guess smartly avoiding checks. That's a piece? That was a piece. I think he thought he was winning a piece, but he's not. Tries to get out of the pressure there. A little bit too crazy there for a trophy crazy house. Knight back to E5, though. Here comes the rook into C7. And with it, Lenderman wins by resignation. And the next game begins. Okay. So, Lenderman on the board early. Remember, it's first to 3, so best of 5. Thank you to everyone who's here. Lenderman is streaming. So for those of you on Chess TV who are saying they're not streaming, you're just wrong. They are streaming. The Twitch chat has links to their channels. Hey, New Jersey Greg and Jay Greg. What's up, dog? All right. Lenderman now black. I guess we should flip the board, see it from White's perspective, but the issue here is White has really overextended for what you would normally want an attack to go for, to justify this sort of overextension. But makes you a little worried. So, okay, it's a lot of space. I mean, this was kind of a weird opening by Naroditsky. He's got D5. Now the problem is you want to defend. Maybe just queen here, but then this pawn hangs. So, despite the horrible space situation for Lenderman, I'm wondering where's White's beef. He's going to trade, but if the queens trade, then you're really happy. This was a nice move. Focused on the E6 square as being weak. Probably C5 was a move to try there for White. Now he loses that pawn, and I don't know that he's getting anything for it. Lenderman plays Queen C6. Of course, you can take A7, but after we trade here with check and move the rook, I'm not losing the exchange. But you do get B6. Okay, so a trophy crazy house holding his own against Grandmaster Lenderman. Impressive so far. showing that with the white pieces, he's a little better than he performed in the first game. But really down on time. So right now, you're looking at Lenderman walking away with something here, mainly because of time. As long as he doesn't get mated in the corner, which I don't think he's going to. He may do a little mating of his own. Oh, F2. Oh, it hurts, but it feels so good. Boom. Oh, nasty. That was Honey Badger takes what he wants when he wants. That was nasty. Very nice. A trophied Crazy House? That's not his name? I don't know his name, actually. Wait, where's the next game? I'm close. I got a whole bunch of games I'm observing here. I'm going to get rid of all the ones that I don't need to follow anymore. Oops. And I have done so. But, okay, there we go. Following it. The scoreboard is live. It just takes a second to update. Oh, a trophy, not a trophy. A trophy? Atrophied. 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 Okay. You guys are making me pronounce things here, all right? You know, come on. It's the Royal Arena Kings. Not, don't mess up usernames week. The template will be updated soon. Yep. He's just better again as white, though. Okay, we will be updating them as the matches finish themselves. So, right now the bullet games are kind of finishing so fast, and as you can see, we already have a conclusion, which is that Alexander Lenderman just won 3-0. So, you can see the score right here next to his name. The updated template will be provided shortly as our scores update, but impressive stuff by the person who, as we know, at the end of the event finished number one, that being Alexander Lenderman. So he's right there at the top of the standings for a reason, and we are getting set for the next game. Checking right now. Danya, Naroditsky, and Pavel are ready. Let's do it. Gonna be fun. They have not begun, almost begun. They have begun. Naroditsky taking on Paul SPB, an international master from Russia, I'm guessing, given the flag, but I'm not exactly sure if that's the case. We'll confirm. Sometimes people claim to be from Mother Russia, like your old Uncle Sasha. Hello, das vidanya. Okay, bye, Uncle Sasha. Thanks for showing up. All right, Naroditsky, wait a second. Already has a 1 next to his name? That doesn't seem right. It just started. That's funny. All right, well, Naroditsky and Paul from SPB are throwing down here. Lenderman has already moved on, as you can see from the scoreboard above. Naroditsky's up a piece and looks to be potentially moving on here very quickly, also up on time, so not a whole lot to show for it. The grudge score has been fixed. As you can see, it is 0-0, just starting. But a piece is a piece is a piece, and should be pretty straightforward. I don't know what is taking Danya so long to deny this knight the central square that it's occupied, but to each his own. Now maybe knight e5. Yeah, there you go. King up. You've guarded g4, so now you can play rook d8 at a moment's notice, or just go take the pawn. Whatever you're into. Okay, trying for g4. Respect the effort. Danya says no, thank you. And again, solid defensive technique right now from Paul SPB, but down a lot of material. So, not going to be enough. Okay, bishop d3. He'll be bringing the knight back here to go get a5. Good technique. Solid stuff from Danya. Solid stuff. Okay. So, of the 10,000 plus that were with you, for some reason, a lot of you didn't stick around for the big moment where this knockout really gets crazy. But we do appreciate all the love and everyone who's been here all day. If I'm making a prediction right now, I don't know. I think coming down to Lenderman and one of these top guys seems like the safe bet. I can neither confirm nor deny that, Mass TC. Okay. Naroditsky wins. Paul from SPB has his work cut out for him. Maybe not the best opening to play if you're Danya, but like we said, he's a dubious opening player by nature in these bullet matches. Just wants to get unique positions he's played a lot, and then play fast. I feel like the Arena Kings and the ability to flag his opponent was made for Naroditsky. Bishop takes g2, king takes g2, c6, very thematic, nice. You want to open up the c file, create some counterplay. The position will get distracted enough, yeah, that black can even castle short, which is sort of risky when you've opened up your structure, but not really enough for black to worry about. How's white going to open it up without opening up his own king, right? That's the thing. F4, G4. So Danya taking it slow here, slow jamming it. But I like, the truth is I like white. I mean, the more you look at the position, the more you know that despite the small time advantage, white has to be better here. Has complete control over this open file, the only file that really matters at this point. And with accurate play, have a hard time believing that white isn't just going to be much better here. Trying to bring in the rook to c8 makes sense. You shouldn't really worry about f3. Maybe knight g1 to guard everything. Yeah, he does it. f4. Deny access. Now look for a sack. Okay, I thought maybe bishop takes here and then knight takes was what the Danya ordered. The Danya. That would have been what the Danya ordered. But he didn't go for it, and I guess he didn't have to because he's found a way to get the d5 pawn and suddenly a bunch of counterplay with it. Here he has bishop e5 at the end. Is that what he's going to do? Yeah. Okay. So Naroditsky actually worked his way out of that very, very passive position to be just better. Take g3, bring the rook back to d3. Okay, g4. I guess he wants to come around to target h4. Now he'll take a2. He's probably already pre-moved it. No. Okay. Focusing on the d-pawns I think is correct because it's just the pass pawn you need. You shouldn't need much more than that. But I'm not sure it was the best technique there from Danya. Either way, though, I do... That would have been a weird line to see white win both pawns, but I guess black is still winning in the king of ending, so didn't go for it. Okay. I'll buy it. Yep. Too many pawns. Too many pawns. Rook d1 and push. Okay, this is just a matter of technique right now, as they say in Mother Russia. And Paul from SPB knows what that's all about, given his flag. So, in a must-win situation now. Going to be exciting when the next one gets started. I think next time we got Hammer coming up. Going to be fun. Danya playing these double fianchetto systems and doing it well, right? Strategically a little better if you're white, I guess, because of the potential on the king side here. But don't know if there's really going to be an attack to show for it. Now the A pawn, rook A5. Yeah, he plays it. The good old Danya. Doubling on the A file. A7 is a problem. You could even take it with the queen. You got to be a little worried about queen takes C4, or do you? No, you'd have queen takes D7, so there's no tactics. Very nice. Wow. Yeah, the next matchup will be Hammer versus Cuber Pro. And it looks like a 3-0 sweep will be what the doctor ordered. And what a nice knight, right? Can't get rid of it. Such a beautiful outpost square. The B pawn is weak. Going to get it. You could even play F4 just to make sure there's nothing to it. Even F3 traps the bishop. Oh, G4 H5 was trapping the bishop. He missed it. Go. That would have been nasty, but not to say it's going to matter. Fun thing about Danya. Oh, another one bites the dust. We get another bell ringer. Fun thing to know about Danya Naroditsky is he plays with a trackpad. So this whole thing he's doing here, the streaming, everything, he's playing with a trackpad. That's his thing. It's awesome. Okay, so the next games are going to be starting very soon. We have Jan Ludwig Hammer. Jan Ludwig. And there we go. I'm actually curious. I'm going to bring up Danya Naroditsky's stream. I haven't seen what he looks like here. He's got 102. I just followed him. He's having a blast. Classic Danya. In case you're wondering. Here you go. There he is. He just brought down the house with that mate, but we're going to focus on the next matchup that's getting started. And that is Hammer. Hammer taken on Cuber Pro. Naroditsky just moves on. Bartholomew patiently waiting to get started next. So this is a less than ideal approach against a grandmaster of Hammer strength. But when you're at 1200, doing your best to compete with the title players and the Arena Kings, moving your queen back and forth doesn't seem like the worst idea. You can just take. Okay, he plays knight e5, but look out. Taken on g5, taken with the queen. Okay. f4. If you want to be principled, Hammer, fine. The next matchup is the one that is really the coin flip. Coming up after this, we have Bartholomew versus Blitzstream. Finzo905 versus Kevin Bourdie. That's a coin flip to me. I think Bartholomew's the stronger player, for sure. Bartholomew's the stronger player, and should, I think it has to be maybe at a maybe 55-60% favorite, but it's very close, very, very close. Now knight g6 and mate on f8. Oh, could happen. Oh, I called it. I called it. My hand is starting to hurt a little bit from all this bell ringing. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. So we've also got Hammer streaming. For those of you who are here, remember, you can go check out Hammer's channel. Follow and subscribe. 267 people chilling with the Hammer. He's letting his hair grow. He's letting his soul glow. Getting that fro out. You guys have never seen Hammer's full fro. It's something to behold. Pretty fun stuff. All right. As you can see there from the standings, Naroditsky and Lenderman have both moved on already. Hammer, obviously in a tough matchup here against the lowest rated of all the streamers to qualify. So we'll see if he can get the job done. I'm going to assume yes. He's up a piece. Oh, okay, now he's going to be up a piece and a rook. And Cuber Pro, but again, like, to me, this is one of the most exciting things about it. At least, Cuber Pro and a lot of guys that have talked about the format and how exciting it is. This is an opportunity for them. When is Hammer going to log on to Chess.com and say, you know what I could go for today? A match against a 1200, right? These guys are looking for games against their peers and top players, and so the opportunity for Cuber Pro to throw down against Hammer is a ton of fun, right? And regardless, these will be games, and who knows, maybe they pull an upset, right? So likely not, but it's a fun thing, especially given that everybody can stream, and there are no requirements in regards to title or rating. And some of my favorite Twitch channels are people that suck at the games they play. Not saying he does. That's not what I said. Like, I watch Fortnite streamers, and they're not very good. You get it. Anyway, so no, I mean, chess is hard, right? And these guys are building a channel and a bunch of followers, and it's a ton of fun, actually. And Cuber Pro has been one of the more consistent, I think, lower rated streamers in the event. So that's cool. Yeah, Chessically Inclined saying the same thing, right? I said Fortnite, Brave Bavarian. Exactly. Chessically Inclined. You qualified for the first Royal Arena Kings. I remember that game. I completely disagree with you. What, because? The Chessically Inclined, you threw down against Meyer. Am I remembering that right? I think I commentated on that one. And you have a stream, of course. Okay, it's going to be mate. Oh, he takes the queen. Also good enough. Also good enough. And Hammer will be moving on. And get ready, everybody, because if you've been not quite paying as much attention right now, now's time for you to pay attention, because this is going to be Blitz Stream versus Bartholomew. This is when it gets real. You're not a toddler, Chessically Inclined? I didn't know if I thought you were a toddler, but it is fun to think of you as a toddler, like a small little National Master baby, like in a little package, that's adorable. The more I think about it, it sounds great. So, okay. Fins0905 taking on the legendary Blitz Stream. I am super excited. Going to be really focused on the chess here. The last couple ones were a bit of a lopsided match, but it only gets more intense from here, everybody. Chess mode. Let's go. That's right. We got d4, knight f6. We got a Nimzo. We've got a Nimzo. I want to go check on these streamers here. We've got Fins. We had Fins. Yep, we got Fins right here. Taking on Blitzstream. This is it. This is where you shake what your mama gave you. This is where the money maker. Use it. We see we already have 3 winners. All right. Fins playing his system. That might be the one area where I would put Blitzstream at a chance of beating Bartholomew if he tries too hard to play too good of chess. Because I think he is a stronger player than Blitzstream naturally, but Blitzstream is really fast, and I expect Blitzstream to be up on time in a lot of the games. Okay, now you can put the rook on d1, c5, very nice. You're focused on the d6 square. Takes here. You can still put the other knight to e5 at some point. Bring the rooks over, maybe play queen c4 and advance on the queen side. h4 and h5. Okay, that's what he wants. You know what else is funny about these two guys? Is they both play the Scandinavian. Hashtag Team Scandi. Both Blitzstream and Bartholomew are two of the most regular Scandinavian players we have on Chess.com as far as, strong streamers and all that stuff, people that are known to the chess community. So these guys play the Scandinavian a lot. Play b3. What? No, Fins wants it. He wants the attack. That's aggressive. He has to deal with f6, and it's not necessarily a guaranteed mate. Queen g6 runs into queen f7, and if you back up, then you can't have h6. Something tells me that was unnecessary, and I'm not saying he doesn't win this game. It's bullet chess. Time pressure is real, but that was unnecessary by John. Truly unnecessary. He's going to take f6, I guess, and then flip around. Okay. But here comes queen g7. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he wins the rook. I forgot. Queen g7. The rook falls. That's got to be enough. Rook h4. Rook h4. Just do it. Oh, okay. No, he wants to make sure he takes the material that he's been given. Right? He knows better than to fight the hand that feeds him. If Blitzstream's going to give him some pieces, he's going to take it. So, all right, Kevin's going to shake it off, make like Taylor Swift, but can he really forget about that one? That was a bad game. That was a bad game. Nice win there from the Finster. Okay, we have a D4, D5 game. Yeah, that was a rough game. Oh man. Okay, well, doing better here. White is in a fine position now. Castles. Typical just kind of symmetrical stuff, but okay, White also on the same token, if we're looking at it from Black's perspective, didn't get much out of the opening, right? White doesn't have much, and Black is going to start the minority attack. Rook C8. Yep, Finns plays it. He wants to play B4. I like it. I like it for John. Knight F2, okay. Very nice. He wants to pry open, go after the E6 pawn. A3. You got to try to slow down B4 at some point, no? You got to be worried, though, because B4 is going to come for Black, and then a lot of counterplay is going to come with it. So I feel like Rook F8 was unnecessary. Maybe Finns shouldn't have to wait that long, but he's going to get it anyway. And the reason why we know that's a plan here, everyone, this is exactly how you play a 3-on-2, meaning you have the 2 and they have the 3. That means by definition you have the open file and you have a minority attack. G4 is a bit of a desperate move. White, okay, he just misses queen takes E6? What's going on? No? Okay. Queen takes E, but then he just blunders the piece. Mutual blunders there. How is queen takes E6 not the move? And if the king moves, knight F7, the point is if you take, I actually take this rook with check, I think. I mean, okay, the pawn's hanging, but White's getting a lot of material. Huh. Okay, mutual blunders from that perspective. But right now it feels like Bartholomew is just clearly the stronger player. As predicted, he was the favorite. I thought it would be a little closer. I guess I thought that there would be some time scrambles, and I tend to think that Kevin is one of the best flaggers in the business. If you want to rank dirty flaggers, right there at the top is Kevin Bourdie from Blitzstream. But yeah, that was strange. All right. I can't wait. Look at the bracket above. We've already got incredibly exciting matchups coming up. You've got Naroditsky versus Hammer and Lenderman versus what looks likely to be John Bartholomew at this point. So that's exciting. Remember, Bartholomew beat Lenderman in one of the final games of the main event. So if you think it's just going to be a rollover where Lenderman crushes Bartholomew, I don't think so. He's putting on some positional work here. This is the same exact structure, just colors reversed, by the way. It's a minority attack, and that's an exchange. Yeah, just take it, bring the rook over. Okay, knight c5 is fine, too. Rook down. This is an easy position for Finns, and he's just up a ton of time. So I think Kevin getting a little tired. Maybe it's late in France. I don't know. But right now, this is like rook b7. I mean, this is just easy chess right now for John. So rook d7. Okay, rook d7 won the bishop. Rook d7 was a little stronger for John. Right? Rook d7 would have won the bishop, but okay. He's winning anyway, and so should be good enough for him to take this one. Very, very clean victories. And if you look at the scoreboard, we had 3-0 sweeps by everybody, right? Every one of the top seeds swept their opponents. John moving on with a 3-0 victory. And the next matchup will begin momentarily. So talk about the streamers that are currently live. And you know what we have. We have Hammer, who's getting set to take on Lenderman. We've got Bartholomew, who just took down There you go. You see that legendary John emote there. Classic. Right? Chess Chilla's gone. Braden's gone. Naroditsky getting ready to take on Hammer. So that should be fun. Make sure you go check out Naroditsky's stream. And the other one is Lenderman. What's Lenderman's channel? I don't even know if I know Lenderman's channel. It's the only one I don't have up. Which I should. So, okay. We'll go back to the standings. And we're set. The final four. Here we go. Game on. Game on. GM Lenderman. Okay, thank you. GM Lenderman. Awesome. Okay, Lenderman is patiently waiting right now. Wow, that's a weird one. Naroditsky and Hammer. Making it rain here, making it funky. Check at knight d5. Okay, and I guess he'll play queen d2 at some point here. Castle along and get the queen to c3. That's kind of irritating if that queen comes to c3. Poke at the knight. Okay, now there's just a check, so that seemed like not... Oh, he blunders his queen! Nice! Queen f4, just leaving the queen on pre, and Naroditsky punishes him ruthlessly. Wow. Okay, that's a tone setter. You got to bounce back if you're Hammer, because that's a rough one. Losing the first game. At this point, he's also just down on time. It's over, Red Rover. Anything wins. And, okay, so Naroditsky, right? He shows up. A little bit late to the Streamers Championship party, but Naroditsky has been really turning it on as of late with his Twitch channel, and he's a force to be reckoned with. Nothing like bringing the rook to h1. Okay, queen takes h3 was already made. But Hammer plays it out graciously for the fans, and as such, all of you go ahead, reach through the screen. 1, 2, 3. There you go. The next game continues. Okay. Hammer a little better here as white. Some interesting tension. How do you break through though? Plays f3 to hold. Not sure he's any better anymore. I thought maybe he could have just taken there. Try to play knight b5. But at some point... Okay, he goes for it now. I was wondering if knight b5 even first was interesting. Try to keep that dark square bishop, you know? But he doesn't go for it. Okay, white's going to use the c file and the e6 square, but black is already infiltrated on the king side, and now he's up a pawn. Something has me favoring white, I guess, strategically, when I think of the rook coming in, the light squares, whatever. But the truth is, we're past the point of whether strategic evaluations are as relevant as just concrete calculations and who plays faster. Meaning white is positionally better, right? You got the pawn on e4, you got these pawns blocked here and whatever, but you're down a pawn, and with pieces getting traded, it's harder to prove compensation. h4, h4, okay, yep. h4 and queen g4, and fast on the clock. Tough. Naroditsky's tough. He's going to take. Queen is already overworked. Trades, and probably, ooh, he almost had queen c1 there, not quite. Probably just going to bring the knight around to f6, and then h5, and in this way. So, okay, not anymore. The ladies come off, although still this remaneuver the knight. Oh, strong. I am getting tired now. All this commentating. Okay. 5 seconds for Naroditsky, completely winning. he's about to move to a 2-0 lead, which I'm surprised about. Hammer not able to get anything with the white pieces, and now he's blundering pieces. And, okay, that's game. Tough. All right, Hammer's been down before. If anybody follows the Speed Chess Championship and the knockout, you know that he was literally down for the count and fighting for his life against Eric Hansen and made a comeback and actually won that match. So, who knows? Let's not give up on Hammer yet, right? Let's not give up on Hammer yet. Maybe D3. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's weakening. Just backs up. Nothing more concrete. I was considering knight b7, but that would have been crazy. Okay, f4? Yeah, f4. Backs up the knight. Okay. Now maybe knight to e4? Yeah, no reason to take the exchange. You don't want it. Oh, very nice. Hammer fighting back. Wins the pawn on e5, and Naroditsky's structure looks terrible. Man, that's terrible. That's crazy. Tell you what, Kenny. I'm going to tell you what. The Chuckster back. Man, that's terrible. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. All right. Bishop f4. Rook is e8. a2 is falling. Olympus is falling. No. h5. Now he's got to move it. But it just feels like black let this one get away. All of a sudden, Naroditsky is pushing like crazy on the king side. I think he tried to be a little too cute after winning the pawn. Hammer should have simplified the position faster. Is there something crazy with bishop takes f6 here now? Discover checks? No, there's rook g7 in the end. You don't want that. But watch out, right? h6 is coming. Oh, feels bad. Oh, he has rook takes f6. That was disgusting. Nice. Wow. That was amazing. You can't take it because bishop takes and bishop e6 would be double check and mate to follow. That would have been awesome. Yeah, Hammer got a little bit too fancy here. Bishop f6, right? Yeah, and if it takes, it's mate. He's actually somehow not just losing everything immediately, but I guess it is. Okay, no, I guess he is losing everything immediately. And Hammer goes down. Well, okay, not Hammer's best day. He did make it into the final 8, so congratulations. Obviously, hard just to get there, given that we've been doing this for a while. I think you might be right, Bybab. Maybe I should take a break. My voice is on tilt, right? We talk about chess on tilt. My voice is on tilt. So, but I hope everyone's having fun. We work hard on these streams, and yeah, go follow my channel. Go to twitch.tv/Daniel Wrench. I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate that. Since we got a little bit of a break, I could say, like, look. Yeah, sorry, he made it to the final 8. Look, if you go to my channel, you get really, really waste of time emotes. Like Uncle Sasha, Happy Danny, and Crazy Tal. Yay. All right. Okay, this is it. Lenderman and Finns. Now, Finns beat Lenderman. It makes me psyched for this match because I think he's got the kind of style, because Finns also plays very solid chess, and he might just be that much faster than Lenderman. So clearly Lenderman's the stronger player. I'm not debating that. But I don't think it's a coincidence that Finns can get a game or two off this guy as he did in the main event. So, for sure. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the support. Okay, knight g5. All right, well, this doesn't seem like the best start for John, although he does have some compensation for the pawn, right? He's got the bishop here. How do we get b5, b4 maybe? Quickly, knight c4 hits b2. I don't dislike that. Now maybe... Oh, bishop takes f3 was winning a piece. Oh, bishop takes f3, and then knight takes d2. Finns would have won a piece. He missed it. It shows you what bullet is all about, right? And the thing is, Finns may win this game anyway, because Lenderman's king is a complete wreck. He misses it. Boom! Queen g3. Let's go! Let's go, Finns! Come on! Get his emotes. Spam those emotes. Man, that was friggin' awesome. That was friggin' awesome. And he already missed it with bishop takes f3. That was awesome. Can you say upset? Man, that could be crazy. That could be crazy. Very funny, Cruzo. Wow. That was awesome. That was awesome. Oh, you got an emote spam timeout? That's hilarious. Sorry about that, because I called for it. That's partly my fault. But that was awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, Finns is a tough matchup for Lenderman. He really is. That was awesome. I'm losing my mind. What's up, Ursh? I miss you, buddy. You're supposed to be right here next to me, holding me. Maybe a little massage, right? A little sensual massage later on, right? John Urshel just spent a week with me. I'm a fan. Okay, move the knight. Discovered. Attack. And on the queen. He's just winning pieces. Lenderman has a problem playing bar. I'm telling you, like, I've done a lot of these things, seen a lot of games, a lot of commentary, and Lenderman, like, Finns is a matchup problem for him. Okay, I don't even think that was the best by Finns. I think he should have taken d5 immediately, because now on a1 you have to take b7, although, okay, you get d7. I don't think it's as accurate this way. Okay, maybe I missed that. He's taking e6 with check. Okay. Finns is a nightmare for Lenderman. I'm calling it. Just take and then queen. Right? Good enough, yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Little bow wow. Wow, wow. Right? You can take here. There's no problems. Free your back rank with g3. Yep. Finns knows how to win himself a bullet game. Just eliminate the opportunities for yourself to blunder. And that's what Finns does. Crab cakes in football, that's what Maryland does. Finns eliminates the opportunities. But although what did you just do, Finns? There was no reason to play for the full blockade. Never go full blockade. Did he just give Lenderman a draw? No way it's going to be a draw because of the time. But Finns has to be careful. Okay, he's going to work the king around with no diggity. I'd like to bag it up. I like the way he works it. Okay. Oh, he was missing the queen. Queen d7. He's only got 6 seconds. Oh my gosh, look at Lenderman just pre-moving the bleep out of this position. Lenderman just pre-moved the bleep out of this position. Seriously. But can he get all the pieces in time? 2 seconds to 1 second for Finns. He's got f6, but he stops it. They're pre-moving like bananas town. He's got f7 and queen. No. 0.1, 0.3, 1.1. Finns is going to get him. Barely on time. Not the best tech. Lenderman won on time. Maybe he tried too hard. You know? If you try, you just might find you get what you need. I don't know what I'm supposed to reference right now, but Finns had no business. That is a huge confidence booster to Lenderman. I've been talking about he owns, like that was, Finns just crushed him. He just crushed his face and lost that game. Wow. The one thing Lenderman gets credit for is he did pre-move like it was going out of style when he had the rook, which was super smart, right? You just risk that you can do it. If Finns had just taken b7 with the queen or something, he wins easily, right? Wow. And what's funny is Finns is once again in a great position. What is it about these guys' style? I mean, you're talking about a 2650 grandmaster in Lenderman and international master John Bartholomew, and I got nothing against IMs, all right? Hey, join the club. I'm right there with John, but this is, it really, look at this. He's beating him again. So he lost the last one, but he was up on time in the last one and up material, and he found a way to lose. So if Finns does that again, then he deserves to lose. I mean, at this point, he's just completely outplaying Lenderman. I don't know why he didn't use pre-movement, Copeland. I don't know what's going on. That was friggin' amazing. Pre-move does take 0.1 seconds, so but it doesn't matter. He could have pre-moved it. The point is, okay, look at that. Finn's just crushed him. This match should be over right now. This should have been a 3-0 sweep, which is saying something. Wow. Amazing. John is a phenomenal bullet player. You're right. No, it really is true. The Blitz Arena Kings is not the same for him to be competing with Lenderman like this, but John is a phenomenal bullet player. He really is. Agreed town. Population us. I agree with Gold Member. Thank you for your support. Babak Manoush. Talking about Naroditsky's stream. Everyone should check out Naroditsky's stream. Faux show. Yeah, sorry about the mic, guys. There's a new mic coming. It literally Amazon Prime to my house, so I acknowledge it 100%. I'm sorry. Tried to reset it. Yeah, it is a bad cord. It's a bad the lav cord has just gone bad. So you guys are right. I apologize. Yeah. Okay. Well, I reset it. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your understanding, and I'm not in denial, right? It's easier to be understanding when someone's not in denial, right? I know, and I promise you that by MVL versus Lanier Dominguez Perez, Thursday Speed Chess Championship, what were you doing Thursday? Oh, now you know what you're doing. I promise you I will have a new mic. Okay, Bartholomew just simply phenomenal. I mean, that was super impressive. Let's go see what he looks like on his stream. I mean, that was amazing. Takes down Lenderman. Good stuff. Just awesome stuff. Congratulations, John. Probably taking more and more of the viewers from the main channel, but that's cool. Good work, John. The next matchup will be getting set to start momentarily. The finals, which is Finn's. Look at them. Look at them throwing bits his way for the good play. I'm jealous and proud of him and happy for him at the same time. Naroditsky and Bartholomew throwing down in the finals. I love it. Okay, we're getting ready. I am advanced. I play in some Arena Kings in the early season, but I'm really here to do commentary. Appreciate your guys' support. Thank you for the compliments on the commentary, everybody there in the Chess TV chat. Finn's going to play Naroditsky. I don't know that he's just going to lose. Finn's is a great bullet player. I think Nero is clearly the favorite. Look at their ratings on Chess.com, right? Naroditsky's moves are smooth, right? He's a smooth criminal. One of the things that he does better than anybody is flag people in lost positions. Maybe not better than Naka. But Hikaru takes the cake for that. The Naroditsky flag pain is real. He flags people a lot. So look at him here. He's already up 7 seconds before they're under 40. Crazy. What's up, Keb 2012 and Jeb 2012? Are you guys brothers? You're both platinum members, or is that just the same guy who mistyped his username twice? Who knows? Thanks for being here. Okay, this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Congrats to Finns. Loving everything. Again, just looking at the love he's been getting. I appreciate that. It's amazing. There we go. All right, Naroditsky and Finns throwing down in the Royal Arena Kings Streamers Championship. They are throwing down here. The winner of this takes the full thing today. Ooh, did he just play knight takes h4? And even worse, Naroditsky said no thank you. Now he's going to regret that. He's got king g2 here. But it's even worse now. He should have taken the knight. And what was I missing? Oh, it was a fork of the rook. Oh, wow. Look at this, everybody. Finns spotted a very nice tactic. If he took, he had queen takes, which was a fork. So Finns is on the grind today, you guys. And now he's up the exchange and bringing the noise. Let's go, Finns. Bullet is all about form. Lenderman hanging out in the private chat just for the people that qualify for the knockout. We create a little private chat room so that we can discuss and talk about logistics of the tournament. And Lenderman saying just how much Bullet it really is about form as far as speed. And wonder if Naroditsky just swindled himself a draw, especially given the time situation, maybe even more. King g5, there was no checks. He gets rook h7. What a brilliant idea. If there was a check, there would have been a discovered check. Finns should get this one before it's too late. What is going on here? 1.5 million free moves and nobody's winning? Rook e3, gotta be a mate, gotta be a mate. Where is it? Queen f4, only 5 seconds. Rook g3 is mate. And the crowd goes bell ringing. Everybody, I say ring it, you say bell. Ring it, ring it. Awesome. Bartholomew. Look at Bartholomew's chat. Awesome. And he's up 1-0. Okay. Playing solid chess. Nice e2. Black's just sitting tight as well. Ooh. F4 might come back to hurt Finns. I don't know that that was the best idea. And look at Naroditsky's time. I mean, seriously, right? It's why he's the higher rated bullet player. I mean, if he doesn't play blunderful chess, maybe just wonderful chess, but not blunderful chess, he's just up so much on time here. He has 95 if he wants it. Nope, rook a2, maybe even better. e5 or g5? Is this king getting mated? That might be a problem. Knight e5 instead of bishop e5. Not sure I agree with that. I think bishop e5, king g4, back up the bishop. There might have been something better, but okay. He's all in now, and that white king is in trouble. Feels like there's something dirty going to happen here, but maybe Finns can get out of it. This is his best chance, is that Naroditsky takes a bunch of time here trying to find the mate, and there is no mate. And then he gets down on time, but now Finns is defending. Oh, what a swindle. Pushes the king into the corner, takes with f3, and rook a1 is mate. How you like them apples, right? How you like them apples? Oh, I don't get to ring it. He didn't play rook d1. I wanted to ring that bell. Okay, Naroditsky strikes back. That was nice. That was a nice win. That's a nice boulder right there. That is a nice boulder. Yeah, that was sick. Cold. Yeah, this is a great final. This is as good of a bullet finals we've had. b4, a5. Okay. Naroditsky playing some solid shachmati. It's an interesting decision. Wants to pass a pawn and the c file. I like that. You know, Naroditsky so fast, positionally so strong, so hot right now. Mugatu, he is so hot right now. Crazy Coffee Man wants checkmates. Of course the games are rated, Johnny boy. Not exactly that you're not following the ratings, but the ratings are changing with every game, so all you got to do is look there, my man. Something tells me Naroditsky has found his stride, and as hot as John is, I think Danya is just that much stronger. Look at the time. He's better on the board. Looking tougher for Finns right now. Very solid. He's going to play Queen G5, Queen D4 also. But I might have played Queen G5 with the idea of Rook D6, but he's going to allow the endgame transition. The issue is Rook B4, and isn't he? Yeah, Naroditsky sees it. I think he's just better now. The B5 pawn is falling. No, it's not. Finns defends. Problem is he defends with time being taken to find all those good moves. Bishop E8 is coming. Bishop E8 next. Yeah. Could have almost pre-moved it. King F4, King G5. Yeah, you don't even care about F2 anymore. You don't even care about F2 anymore. Very strong move. Don't even go to a square where there's a check, even if it's the most accurate over-the-board move. That's not how you win bullet games. You play the safe square that you can now pre-move it out. I think bishop takes was better if you were trying to catch him in a pre-move. But okay, I think John got a little panicked because of his time. But yeah, I think bishop takes would have been better because it's not a check. You can't catch somebody in a pre-move slip if you check them in that way, just because, like, you know, if he had pre-moved, right, then it automatically takes it back because it's illegal. So now John is back to white. This is it, everybody. I think we want a 5-game series, right? So come on, we're rooting for John in this one. It's not my job as a commentator to root over me, but you're all here. You're hyped. We've had a great time today. We're going on 3+ hour stream. I hope you enjoyed yourself. My voice, I have to do something about my voice because I'm supposed to host shows Wednesday and Thursday. Am I hosting a show tomorrow? I don't even know my own schedule. Gotta check the schedule. Check the schedule. All right. Come on, John. Move quickly. Rook E3. You gotta play faster against Danya. Don't play G4. Don't go full tilt. Play B3. Play B3. Be solid. There you go. Now bring the knight around. Sorry, the knight. I meant to highlight. I don't like Queen E2. I wanted the knight to come over. But he's got F4. Play F4. F4. Cinch it. Now he brings the knight around. That's what I wanted before. But he can still play F3, maybe knight F4 then. All right. Not too little too late because I still like it for white. All right. He brought the knight around, everybody. He did it. Now here comes Rook E5. G5 is falling, man. What's he got? Has he got a maneuver? A5. Nice move. Undermining the C pawn here. That was a nice find by John and Bullet. But look at the time. Danya's just going to get himself in a position where he can wiggle his way out. Amazing as a guy like Bartholomew is so fast. And I've experienced it personally, to watch him just struggle to stay on the clock with Naroditsky. But he may not need to. Now he's on the attack. Got to be something strong here. He goes for Rook takes F7 with Bishop F5. He's looking for more. It's almost unfair that there wasn't just an immediate win for white, but he's got Rook E5. He finds it. Rook E5 and Rook takes G5. Now he's got Bishop takes. Rook F5. Rook F7. Plays Queen F5. Now the Rook blocks it. Okay, but he's still got G5. Still got G5. Unless black... Is he going to risk bringing the king up? Danya's going to bring the king up into danger. He's laughing in the face of danger. Now the rook's under fire. That's so bananas. And the king's going to get out. Look at that. And look how much time John just had to spend figuring that out. I don't see anybody defend worse positions in these types of bullet scrambles better than Danya Naroditsky besides Hikaru Nakamura, I swear. And it's funny because while we were discussing this and we were hanging out and he wins by checkmate, a fitting way for him to win his first Royal Arena Kings, Danya Naroditsky is an animal. That guy is a beast. And if you are not following his channel, you need to, because you're talking about a Twitch streamer in the future, all right? Not kidding. Just amazing. So Danya Naroditsky is a beast. He takes the Arena Kings, and like I said, I don't see nobody defends slippery positions like that as well as Naroditsky, other than I would say Hikaru Nakamura under those types of pressure situations. And so we go back to the stream. Let's head over, check out Naroditsky, give him a big congratulations. Even I'll say hi there. Boom. Way to go, Danya. Man, we got to make this guy partner here very soon. Awesome stuff. Naroditsky, bring in the noise. You brought it. Fins too. Congrats, man. Good work today. And people are throwing money at John. Hey, Don, you won, everybody. You know, maybe give him some love. But seriously, awesome stuff. Bartholomew did great, and it was just tough. Yeah, he's going back to that position because that's how hard it is. Hey there. I see everybody. I notice you. But wow. Amazing stuff right there. Naroditsky takes it. We take a final look at the bracket overall. Grandmaster Naroditsky wins the July 30th Bullet Royal Arena Kings. It's a bit of a mouthful. We'll just call it the RAK today. We stream in RAK today, boys. Shout out to everybody in the Chess TV chat. Thanks for being here. Shout out to everyone. And I'm going to be signing off. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful day here on Twitch. And stick around and see who we host or rate. I think we might be sending this thing over to Christian Carrilla in just about 30 seconds. Appreciate all of you. And we will BRB.